It's time for Tiger Tip-Off. Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOBE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
And a very pleasant Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome inside Lander Valley High School for the final regular season game of the year for both Tiger teams, a home doubleheader with the Lander boys and the girls facing off against the Lyman Eagles. I'm Scott Fuller. Welcome into the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Well, here we are, the very end of the regular season already. It's been a long year, and it's flown by at the same time. Regional basketball is exactly 1 week away. Those 3A West games are going to be played right here at the Lander Valley High School this year, which is exciting. A lot of great basketball from around the state making its way to Lander. Next weekend, the Lander Tigers will be playing in their homestanding tournaments Thursday through Saturday, and with the opportunity to play right here at home. Both Tiger teams, of course, looking to close out the regular season with a win. Let's start with our preview of the Lyman Eagles. Head coach Jason Hansen, the Lady Eagles, specifically, entered tonight's contest with a 13-8 overall record heading into this week anyway, but a 2-7 mark in conference play beginning this week. They're also obviously going to be looking to build some momentum heading into the final stretch of the season, as the seeding will be all set by Monday or Tuesday. We'll have those regional brackets, every team playing down to the last game to get as high a seed as possible in the regional tournament here at LVHS next weekend. One of the standouts for Lyman's ladies, Owen Hansen, wearing number 0, leads the team with 9.8 points per game, hitting 30% from 3 and contributing 4.5 rebounds per game as well. Peyton Anderson wears number 14 for the visiting Lyman Eagles tonight. She averages 8.4 and 6.1 rebounds per game. Also a big presence in the paint for Lyman. Have to mention Anna France wearing number 10 as well, another crucial player for Lyman. 7.3 points, 4.1 boards per game, shooting an impressive 67% from the free throw line. That's a season-long number for Anna France as well. Lyman most recently includes, the most recent outcomes include a 42-25 win over Warlands, dominating that game inside to the Lady Eagles. Fallon Youngberg, number 4, Peyton Anderson controlling the boards, but they suffered a close 40-37 loss to a good Lovell team, despite strong performances from Anderson and France in that game. The Lady Tigers are coming off also a close loss to Powell in their most recent outing. So taking a look at the Lander Valley Lady Tigers in their final game of the regular season. Head coach, of course, Drew Powell, the Lady Tigers into the week with a 10-9 overall record. That is now 10-10, including the Pinedale game on Tuesday. And their conference record for Lander would then be 4-5. Heading into tonight. The Lady Tigers have been competitive all season long, looking to add another key win tonight in the regular season finale. Lander led by Daisy Goklish, wearing number 0, the team's top scorer at 13.5 points per game, shooting 28% from 3 and 55 from inside the arc. Hayden Goggles wears number 14, kind of co-point guard all season long with Daisy Goklish for the Tigers, another major offensive threat, averaging 8.5 points per game while contributing on the defensive side as well. Brianna Lincoln has turned out to be a real fun bench player to watch. I don't think Brianna Lincoln has started a game this year, but she's usually the first one to check in, and she brings scoring and perimeter shooting to the table. She is 33% on the season from her three-point range. Prior to the Pinedale game earlier this week, Lander is coming off a string of really tough losses to some of the best teams in 3A girls basketball. So they had the loss on Tuesday against Pinedale. They had a 41-37 loss to Powell, despite a strong game from Daisy Goklish and Brianna Lincoln. Beyond that, they battled against the number 1 team in the state, Pinedale. That was the home Pinedale game here in Lander a couple of weeks ago. Final score in that one, 67-52, and a recent 45-43 loss to Mountain View. Also saw Daisy Goklish with a strong performance in that game. So Lander's ladies have lost, I think we're up to 4 in a row now, but they are losing to teams that will be playing here in Lander next week at this time for a chance at the state tournament. And with the exception of maybe Pinedale, that might be a little bit of a standout on the girls' side. Pinedale's a tough girls' team to beat. But all the teams that Landers girls have lost to include Powell and Mountain View in recent weeks, could very well be in Casper at the state tournaments, depending on, obviously, the regional play here next weekend. So the schedule kind of opposite for the boys and girls in terms of late season conference play. Lander boys have benefited from winnable scheduled games in the last 2 or 3 weeks heading into the regional tournaments. Landers ladies have had to play some of the toughest teams in 3A basketball during that 2 or 3 week span. So it's about obviously how many games you win, but in a lot of ways it's about who you play, how you're playing, when you play them. And the luck has been on the side of the Lander boys when it comes to their late season scheduling, just the way it turned out. And the Lander girls have had the opposite bad luck. But they'll try and get a win tonight to close out the regular season before regionals coming up next week. Keys to the game for you for Lyman. They're going to want to establish their inside presence with Anderson and France. They're going to want to limit turnovers to keep Lander's transition game in check. Keys to the game for Lander would be exactly the inverse. Lander is a team that wants to create turnovers, defense leading to offense. Looking for Daisy Goklish, Hayden Goggles, Brianna Lincoln to provide some secondary scoring to balance their attack. So it should be a good girls matchup here. Lander ladies looking to come away with a victory in their regular season finale. Tip-off is about 5 minutes away. We'll take a break and come back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at fremontchevygmcriverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
This County 10 sports broadcast made possible by Myers Gambles, Central Bank and Trust, Wyoming Catholic College, Elevate Rehab, Goddard Construction, Bailey Tire and Auto Services, Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, Wyo Glass, Red and Kane and Associates, Remax, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, State Farm Agent Tyler Watson, Eyes on Fremont, Hampton Inn and Suites, Maven, Edward Jones, John Shade, Sage West, Boyle Electric, Perfect Power, Baldwin Creek Rental Service, Northside Auto Body Glass, Fremont Chevrolet, and the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Lander basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
Back inside Lander Valley High School one last time for the regular season anyway, although plenty of basketball will be played here in the next week or so with the regional tournaments on the way next week. But this will wrap up the conference schedule and the regular season schedule as a whole for the Lander Lady Tigers. This has been the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's, a proud supporter of Fremont County athletics. Starting lineups being announced. First of the visiting Lyman Lady Eagles.
Senior guard number 10, Kinley France, and senior center number 14.
Starting lineups for the Lyman Lady Eagles have been announced there. Owen Hansen wearing number 0. Addison Smith wears number 3 in blue. Fallon Youngbird wears number 4. Number 10 is Anna France, mentioned her in the Porter's Tailgate Show. And number 14, Peyton Anderson. Starters being announced right now for the Lander Valley Lady Tigers. They will be Daisy Goklish, Kendall McFadden, Zoe Mulholland wearing number 13, Hayden Goggles, and Dagan Reinhardt, I believe, yes. So typical starting lineup for head coach Drew Powell. It is Goklish, a sophomore, McFadden, the senior, Zoe Mulholland, the senior, Goggles, the junior, and junior Dagan Reinhardt. Set to go. First to 2 with Lander and Lyman. Girls coming up first with the boys' game to follow. Scott Fuller with you on 1330 KOVE and streaming video at county10.com. Glad to have you with us. Lander operating left to right in their home whites, trimmed in green. Road blues for the Lyman Lady Eagles. Tip is 1 back to the Lander Valley Lady Tigers, and we are underway. Scoop and score right off the bat as Hayden Goggles pushes one in. Lander on top 2-0 early as Goggles drove in the left side of the paint. Now a steal back to Lander. Second offensive possession in 30 seconds for the Lady Tigers. They're already leading 2-0. Drive in from Goklish on that left side as well. Shot's no good. Dagan Reinhardt with a rebound, ball knocked out of bounds, stays with the Lander Tigers. Exactly the start you want to see for Lander's ladies. Mentioned in the Porter's Tailgate Show, they have had just a bad run of scheduling luck, having to play teams like Pinedale twice in a couple of weeks, Mountain View, Powell, some of the best teams in 3A girls basketball. And so the Lander ladies have competed in most of those games, right down to the wire in some of those, but have lost 4 in a row heading into tonight. Lander on the inbound. Ball thrown deep into the front court, but Goklish is there to corral it. Daisy driving in is fouled. She'll have a couple of free throws on the way. 7:14 to go in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander ladies on top 2-0. Lyman hasn't had a possession to speak of yet. 46 seconds in, and a couple of free throws coming for Daisy. First free throw from Goklish with that trademark high arcing free throw of hers is up and good. And the second from Goklish is good as well. That ball on the arc gets at least as high as the backboard, but goes in more often than not for Goklish. So Lyman against Lander's 1-2-2 full court press pushes the ball down the floor to the free throw line. Ball is knocked away back to half court. corralled by Lyman, tipped into the backcourt, and so no over and back. Good set defense from the Lander ladies. That 1-2-2 press is also effective. A minute 10 seconds in already. Skip pass to the left wing for Lyman. Driving in on the left side is Owen Hansen. She gives it up. Pass stolen away by Dagan Reinhardt. Lander forcing another turnover, and in transition, pushing down the floor. A tough angle layup there from Daisy Goklish is no good. Lyman basketball. Here's a spot three from Owen Hansen. That's no good. Tough shot. Rebound from Anderson. And the putback is also no good. Defensive board by the Lady Tigers. 4-0 Lander. 6:14 to go in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Pretty much how you script it for Lander so far. Just a couple of minutes in. As Lander's offense runs with McFadden briefly off a screen from Reinhardt. And gets to Goggles in the right corner. Up top of the key is Kendall McFadden, near the top, kind of right wing, crosses over to the right elbow, spins, gets to Mulholland, who swings it left. Here's Goggles driving in with a left hand. That's good. Good finish there from Hayden Goggles. Nice offensive set. Lander up 6-0. Lyman looking for their first points of the game with 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Drive-in kick out from Youngbird. That's a long two that's no good. Reinhardt's there with a rebound for Lander. Tigers again in transition. And here's a shot from the left elbow from Mulholland that is no good. Ball back to the Lady Eagles. Lyman's going to be right back here next week, along with a lot of other teams in 3A for the regional tournaments. Boys and girls will be right here at LVHS Thursday through Saturday. Mid-range shot is no good. Dagan Reinhardt with a rebound now pushes the ball herself down the floor. Gets it up to McFadden. Stops at the paint. Goggles driving in. Kicks out. There's Zoe Mulholland. Got it to Goklish. Daisy with a kick out to Goggles. Working the left side. Nice pass inside to Kendall McFadden. She's double teamed. Puts up a shot that is blocked. And back to Lyman. Nice offensive ball movement there from the Tigers. Good defense from Lyman. Big contact down low as Lyman has the ball in transition. No call either way, and an over and back call. After some solid defense from the Lady Tigers. 4:24 to go in the first. 6-0 Lander. Tigers inbound with Goklish. She's got Goggles right there with her. Goggles, the ball tipped away before the timeline. Ends up out of bounds, but back to Lander. Let's see Brianna Lincoln come into the game for the first time, first sub for either team. Lincoln coming in for Zoe Mulholland, so Lincoln will inbound right in front of the scorer's table. Back to Goggles, who crosses the timeline to start the offensive set for Lander's ladies. Goggles from the top of the key to the right elbow. Bounce pass inside. Dagan Reinhardt is blocked again, but she recovered and then is fouled on the putback. So a couple of free throws on the way for Dagan Reinhardt. Good to have those of you watching on YouTube. Please feel free and hop in the chat box. We want to give a shout out to Karen, Zoe Mulholland's grandmother, who says she's here for the game. Maybe she is here for the game and streaming on her phone. I guess that's possible. Good to have everyone watching from all over the country. We get people checking in, friends, relatives, people who just can't make it to the game for one reason or another. Second free throw is up and good from Dagan Reinhardt with 4:04 to go in the first. Across the timeline for Lyman with a floater on the right elbow that rims out. Here comes Lander in transition as the ball kicked out to half court. Gets away from Goggles. Out of bounds back to Lander. That was actually Goklish. Paisley Hollingshead into the game as Dagan Reinhardt has a seat. 3:51 to go in the first. Entry pass is stolen away by Lyman. Lyman had numbers, but trouble in transition now. Lander able to get back on defense. Here is Eden Smith into the game. Gets it up top to Owen Hansen for Lyman. And the Eagles will run their set offense. They are still looking for their first points in this game with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Can't do a whole lot better defensively than Lander has the start of this game. Here's a backdoor cut that will finally result in Lyman's first two of the game. A 5-point Lander lead with 3:20 to go in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Owen Hansen with a finish for Lyman. Goggles cross the timeline for the Tigers. Starts left side. Give and get back. Goggles too deep under the basket, so gives it up to Goklish, who finishes the play. Goggles to Goklish, as we've said so many times throughout this regular season. Co-point guards kind of established itself early on in the season, and it's worked very well for Lander's ladies. You might even throw Brianna Lincoln in there as a third point guard when she is in the game. Entry pass is briefly tipped away and then stolen away by the Tigers. In transition is, I think that's Paisley Hollingshead into the game for the first time, but she lost the handle. Back to Lyman. 2:32 to go in the first quarter. 7-point Lander lead, 9-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Owen Hansen picked up the dribble and then tried to get it back after a pass. It's Riley Hansel working on the right side wing for Lyman. Picked up her dribble. Great set defense by the Tigers so far. Skip back over to Addison Smith. Drives in left block. No call on a little bit of contact under the basket. And then it is tied up by Brianna Lincoln. Possession arrow right now goes to the Eagles. See Zoe Mulholland's back into the game. She will give Hayden Goggles a rest. Looks like Hayden does need a couple of minutes. She'll be right back in there, though. No fouls at all for Lander so far. Lyman has committed 2. At 2:08 to go in the first on the inbound. This will be a mid-range from the baseline from Fallon Youngbird, who hits a shot that's more difficult than it looks. 9-4, Lander with the lead. There's Brianna Lincoln coming off the bench, running the point guard position for Lander for the moment. Some contact as Lincoln is fouled up top. It'll be Fallon Youngbird picking up her first foul, third team foul for Lyman. Inbound on the side, on the far side, from Brianna Lincoln. Needs some help. Finally does get it from Kendall McFadden, who drives in. Kendall, a nice bounce pass down low to Lincoln, who got tied up, and it will lead to a turnover back to the Lady Eagles. Lyman resetting. Lander holding them to 4 points with 1:35 to go in the first. Here's a three from the right wing, though, and that one's up and good. Lyman needed that one. As well as Lander has played almost dominating, now it's a 2-point basketball game approaching the end of the first quarter. Ball gets away from Brianna Lincoln, and a timeout is called. Wise timeout from Lander's bench, and head coach Drew Powell to save the possession as Brianna Lincoln with a high-effort play to go after the loose ball. So as we bring the regular season to a close after tonight, we do want to thank our sponsors for these broadcasts all season long. Fremont Chevy GMC in Riverton, supporting our local athletes. Your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed, and Fremont Chevy GMC is here for you every step of the way. 1401 North Federal in Riverton. Also thanks to YDOT, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show will be coming up after the second quarter. Recap scoring in this one. It's been all Lander, but the 3 shots that Lyman has made have kept them in this game. It's a 2-point basketball game right now. It doesn't feel like it should be, but credit Lyman for hanging in. Out of Lander's timeout, to save the possession as Brianna Lincoln was scrambling for the loose ball, Lincoln will inbound to Goggles, off a screen, and that will be an over and back on Hayden Goggles as she had established possession of the inbound of the basketball in the front court and then took it back into the back court. So after a timeout to save the possession, ends up being a turnover regardless for the Tigers. Lyman inbounds with Owen Hansen. Starts left wing. 1:09 on the first quarter clock. Addison Smith with an entry pass down low to Anderson. Back to Smith. Smith driving in and backing out. Owen Hansen resets. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Lander Tigers by 2 as Lyman works their offense on the left side. Skip pass to the right block. And a late whistle that will result in a bucket and a free throw. That's going to be Zoe Mulholland picking up the first Lander foul of the game. And a free throw on the way with a tie basketball game now at 9-9 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander's done everything right, and Lyman has just hung in there enough to have a chance to take the lead with this free throw, which is up and good. Lyman's first lead of the basketball game. Lander inbounds with 45 seconds remaining. Both Lander coaches like to hold for one in this situation, but that's a long hold with still 40 seconds remaining. See what the Tigers do here. With Brianna Lincoln on the left side, near the top of the key. To Goggles for three. That is no good. Rebound is pulled down by the Lady Eagles. Now we're down to 27 seconds remaining in the quarter. 21 seconds. Does appear Lyman's going to hold for one, though. With 15 on the first quarter clock. Entry pass down low. Tipped out of bounds by Dagan Reinhardt. Thought for a moment that might have been off Lyman's Peyton Anderson, but they'll give it back to the Lady Eagles with 11.8 on the first quarter clock. Lyman has surged to take a lead at the end of the first quarter. Inbound with 10 seconds remaining. Mid-range two just outside the lane. The leaner is up and good. Lander's got to hurry. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Now 4. Out of bounds to Lander, but there's only 2.1 seconds remaining in the quarter. Tigers with trouble getting the inbound. Do have time to inbound it, especially off a well-designed screen here, but it's going to be a long shot if Lander gets one off before the buzzer. It will be Goggles off of that screen. Goggles lost the handle, out of bounds. That's the end of the first quarter. All Lander Tigers in that first quarter, but Lyman surging back at the end of the first to take the lead 12-9. Back with quarter number 2 after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Start of quarter number 2 from Lander Valley High School. Regular season finale for both the Lander girls and boys teams against Lyman here tonight. Lander Tigers, really solid first quarter. Can't really point to anything that was wrong with it. Lyman surging back and hitting shots when they had to at first stay in the game. They trailed by 7 at one point. And then take the lead, 12-9. Lander possession, though, with Goklish driving inside the paint. She traveled, got away with it. Here's a 3 in the left corner that's no good. One and done possession for Lander as Lyman looks to push numbers in transition. Bounce pass to Redmond at the top of the key. Heisel will reset to Owen Hansen. Owen Hansen, the top scorer on this team for Lyman, running the point guard wearing that number 0. Number 0 is also Lander's top scorer, and Daisy Goklish. Leaner from the right block is no good. Lander with the basketball back with Goggles. Lyman backs off their full court pressure as Lander kicks into the left corner. Zoe Mulholland near the top of the key. Passes too steep for Goklish. Here comes Lyman in transition. Set offense starting to loosen up and fall apart a little bit for Lander. Started out really strong for Lander Tigers. Tie-up possession arrow should be back to Lander. That's a Lyman possession arrow. Maybe at the quarter change must have been. Daisy Goklish from a nice effort play to tie up the basketball. So it will be Lyman ball. Nice note in the YouTube chats. Linda watching from Hawaii in Oahu. Semper Fi from your Marine family. Proud of y'all and your team. Awesome, Linda. Thanks for checking in. Hayden Goggles fans watching all the way from Hawaii, and thank you and your family for your service as well. We're happy to bring long-distance live basketball to you on a Thursday night. At least it's a Thursday night here in Lander, Wyoming. 3 from the right wing for Lyman is no good, and Dagan Reinhardt is there for the rebound. Gets to Hayden Goggles. 6:33 to go in the second quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. This will be a Lyman foul, their first of the frame. Lander has only committed 1 team foul on the game. They have no team fouls here in the second quarter. The inbound is to Daisy Goklish, who is able to corral it beyond the logo. Now crosses the timeline. Goklish working right wing, kind of shovels the ball to Mulholland on her left. Dagan Reinhardt thinks about a 3, then pulls the trigger. Good looking shot, but just missed it left. And the ball is back to Lyman. Eagles in transition. And a foul is going to be called on Lander. See who they got. That may be Dagan again. Dagan Reinhardt picking up the team's first foul. That's actually only her first foul, but it was a shooting foul, so a couple of free throws coming for the Eagles. It's going to be the team's top scorer, Owen Hansen, at the free throw line. First shot's no good, straight off the back of the rim. McFadden into the game for Lander at the horn between free throws. Brianna Lincoln has also checked in for LVHS. Second free throw on the way from Owen Hansen. Lyman with a 12-9 lead, 6:03 to go in the first half, and the second free throw is good. It's now a 4-point Lady Eagles lead. Owen Hansen 1 of 2 from the line. You see full court man-to-man pressure now from the Lyman Lady Eagles. They have had this in place when they've had an opportunity to throughout the game so far. Brianna Lincoln's working against that and picks up a foul. Draws a foul, I should say, so this will be against the Eagles. This will be the first foul against Eden Smith, who has checked into the game for Lyman. Team foul number 2 for Lyman on the quarter. Inbound is to Goggles. Across the timeline on the right side. Now to the top of the key, driving in. Left block, draws a foul. Hayden Goggles with a strong move to the basket. Couldn't get the angle on the shot, but she's got a couple of free throws on the way. So 2 on the way from Goggles. First to 2 is no good. Answer to our first quarter question while we have a moment. Karen, Zoe Mulholland's grandmother, is here at the game. Says she uses her laptop and the YouTube app on the television. Ah, yes. You can pull up the YouTube app on your TV at home. Punch in County 10 and you can watch all of our games for free, just like you would on television. Didn't have this kind of coverage in my day, but it's fun to be able to bring the video as well as the radio call to the fans. This ball, with Lyman having trouble on the inbound, is thrown just blindly over the back of the Lyman player and ends up being stolen by Lander briefly, but Lyman gets it back, leads to a 3 in transition for the Lady Eagles. That shot is no good. And after all that, Daisy Goklish is driving in along the left side of the lane. Kick out for a 3 in the left corner, and that's up and good. That's Kendall McFadden with a 3 from the left side, and Lander pulls within 1. First points for Lander in a while, going back to the end of the first quarter. Drive in for Lyman on the right side, down to the right block. Shot up is no good, and so Lander looking to push a little bit with Goggles. Goggles driving in. Nice move inside, some contact to draw the foul, and a couple of free throws on the way for Hayden Goggles. Shot did not go, but Goggles will go to the stripe again. I missed a Goggles free throw on the scoreboard too, so it's 13-13 is your accurate score for those of you watching on the YouTube channel. First free throw is good from Goggles. Lander takes the lead back for the moment, 14-13 with 4:48 to go in the first half. Second free throw is also good. Lander by 2. Tigers set up their 2-2-1 full court. Inbound and then across the timeline, knocked away by Kendall McFadden, but regains at the top of the key by Lyman's Anna France. France, guarded by Goklish, drives in beyond the right block. Shot hit the side of the backboard. Lander able to corral it. Athletic play from Daisy Goklish to come down with it. Pushing the ball down the floor a little bit too hard and fast. Out of bounds. Back to Lyman. Again, Lander sets up their full court press. France on the inbound. Then gets it back. Gets across the timeline. There's a pass to the right side to break the press, and then Anna France will set up the offense for Lyman. About halfway gone here in the second quarter. Tigers have fought back to a 2-point lead on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. There's Youngberg driving in with a leaner in the lane. Pretty shot, difficult shot, and good. Ties the game at 15. Goggles starts the offense for LVHS. Brandel Lincoln with a nice entry pass to Reinhardt. Dagan Reinhardt. Nice move in the post. Turnaround shot off the glass and good. 17-15. Tigers on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lyman able to break the press initially. Leads to a transition opportunity for Goggles. Goggles into a double team. Leans in with a left hand. Hayden Goggles with a nice finish. Again into that 1-2-2. This time France able to break it, but it's stolen away by Lander and out of bounds to Lyman as Goggles got the steal, but then bounced the ball on the baseline. Talked all year long, that 2-2-1 that both the boys and the girls like to run. It's not just about the full court pressure, it's about what happens in the chaos that you can create on the corner traps there just over the timeline. You think you're home free when you're across half court, then you find yourself stuck in a trap. It works well for both Lander teams. Both like to run it. Pass down low and a finish from Peyton Anderson. Lyman back to within 2. 19-17, Lander with the lead. Brandel Lincoln to the left corner. There's Kendall McFadden who gives it to Reinhardt. Dagan's shot is no good. Rebound off of the glass. Pushing the ball the other way for Lyman is Fallon Youngberg. Resets to the top of the key. 2:42 to go. Entry pass down low to Peyton Anderson. Draws a foul. That's going to be Dagan Reinhardt's second on the game. Gives number 2 for Dagan and foul number 2 on the quarter for Lander. They've only committed 3 fouls in this game, have the Tigers. Off of the inbound, shot from the right block is no good. Rebound taken away by Goggles. Goggles holds up to gather reinforcements. Pass to Zoe Mulholland on the right wing. Now a drive in, strong drive from McFadden, who was fouled. McFadden took that ball in right away, ran into about 3 blue jerseys and drew the foul. Lyman wanting the travel call. Official saying the foul occurred first. Matter of fact, this will be a shooting foul for Kendall McFadden. First of 2 free throws is good. Tigers with a 3-point lead, 20-17 with 2:23 to go in the first half. Second free throw is no good off the back of the rim. Lyman down the floor trying to go coast to coast is Fallon Youngberg. Lost the handle. Rebound taken away by Kendall McFadden for Lander. So quick possession for Lyman. Lander slows things down with 2:08 to go. Dagan Reinhardt left wing for 3. That's no good. She was wide open. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Sloppier second quarter for both teams. Comes to turnovers. Missed opportunities in the second quarter. Lander started the first half of the first quarter just about as well as he can play, but Lyman hung with him. Took the lead twice in this game, currently a 3-point Lander advantage. Mid-range 2 from the right baseline is no good. Ball is out of bounds to Lyman. Be an inbound for Lyman right in front of the Lander bench. Inside to Eden Smith. Back up to the top of the key. Eden gave it up, got it back, driving with a tough angle along the right baseline. Ball is knocked away on an attempted skip pass. And Mulholland starts it to Goggles for the Tigers. Goggles down low. Goklish with some contact and no call, and a travel called on Brianna Lincoln, who had a good idea, looking for a bounce pass into the lane, but forgot to dribble. Minute 15 to go in the first half. 2017, Lander Tigers on top for the moment, but it's been back and forth. Be Lyman inbounding against that full court 2-2-1. Anna France, a skip pass down the floor. Breaks the trap for the moment. Right elbow to Anna France. That shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Tigers. Here comes Goggles. Goggles driving in, almost to the right elbow. Try to pass down low to Mulholland that was stolen away. 50 seconds remaining, and Lyman with the basketball back, trailing the Tigers by 3. Lyman sets up their offense with Peyton Anderson to Owen Hansen. That's not Owen, number 0. That's number 10, Anna France. Anna gives up a pass to the right side with an NBA range 3 that is no good. Ball still loose on the floor. Somehow found its way to Anna France, who finishes the shot, and she was fouled. That's just a bounce of the ball play right there after the initial long 3 that was at least 3 feet from beyond the 3-point line on the right wing there. Ball just happened to bounce right back to Anna France, who went in, finished the play, and was fouled. So it's a 1-point Lander lead with a free throw on the way for Lyman. France is no good from the stripe. Rebounds is Mulholland involved in there. Quick whistle leads to a jump ball. Possession arrow is back to the Tigers with 26 seconds remaining in the first half. Tigers hanging on to a 1-point lead. Inbound to Goggles. Clock rolls, 20 seconds remaining in the second. Goggles driving in, starting left side. Gets it up to, that's Addie Rounds, who finishes. Late Lander points. Lyman still has 5 seconds on the clock. Now 4, 2 seconds, 3 in the corner that is up and no good as the horn sounds. And the Lander Tigers have hung on, despite Lyman fighting back at the end of that second quarter, to a 22-19 halftime lead. We will take a break, step aside, come back with the Wide Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139.
Rehab's founding principle on you is evident from your first visit to the last. Our practice model ensures treatment as you deserve, a private one-on-one session with a licensed therapist the entire visit, every visit. All therapists hold advanced credentialing, including 2 certified hand therapists, an orthopedic clinical specialist, an MDT therapist, as well as pelvic floor and pregnancy rehab offerings. With over 100 years of combined experience between our 7 clinicians, Elevate is your ticket to health. Find us in Lander or DuBois and visit our website or Facebook page. Choose Elevate Rehab to elevate your outcomes.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
On Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
At Redden Kane & Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School. We're at halftime of the first 2 between Lander and Lyman. Girls, then boys. Halftime of the girls game. Score is Lander 22, Lyman 19. This is the Y. Buckle Up for Life halftime show, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Pretty interesting ride in that first half for the Lander ladies. They started that game out to a 7-0 lead. Took Lyman until, I believe, a minute 12 in the first quarter to score their first points. And then in the second quarter came surging back to the Lady Eagles, hitting a couple of 2s and a big 3 at a timely moment to draw even initially. And then soon after, Lyman took the lead in the game that they had, again, started trailing 7-0. That was Lander's largest lead of the first half. And there were lead changes in Lander's favor twice after that, including to close out the second quarter, and that led us to the score you see right now of 22-19. That's got us to where we are. You see the Lander boys, if you're watching on the County 10 YouTube channel, just want to make this note before we take one more break. I haven't seen these jerseys yet this season. Lander may have worn them, but they're real sharp. Picture the I guess quintessential Boston Celtics look with the all green trimmed in white and the stripes down the side and a valley in white lettering across the front is what it says on their jerseys there. I'm not sure I've seen these before in a couple of years of LVHS basketball. Reminds me a lot of a 50s look, kind of a maybe an appropriate reference with the news of the passing of Gene Hackman, the famous actor who played in many memorable roles, but any basketball fan is familiar with the movie Hoosiers. Kind of reminds me of that era of basketball uniforms. Lander historians, if you're in the audience, have to tell me if these are retro, kind of off retro, or maybe brand new, but they're sharp. So Lander boys, with their all greens, are going to be playing Lyman coming up after the girls' game. But we have 2 quarters of basketball here for LVHS ladies to try to create some separation against Lyman down the stretch. Lander off to a strong start. Lyman fighting back, and we're at a 3-point impasse with Lander on top 22-19 at halftime. Back with quarter number 3 next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Who is RE/MAX All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with RE/MAX All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit RE/MAXRiverton.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today,
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Start of the third quarter here at Lander Valley High School. We are underway as Lyman inbounds. Thanks for tuning in to the Wide Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Lyman's first possession of the third quarter is a mid-range 2 from the left side. Rebound pulled down by Dagan Reinhardt. Now Lander operating right to left in the second half. We'll start down the floor. It is Kendall McFadden who picks up right wing. Dagan Reinhardt top of the key. Hayden Goggles driving in, draws a double team. Dagan for 3 behind her is no good. Rebound is tipped and finds its way to Kendall McFadden. So the possession continues for Lander. All tipped out of bounds. Nice handsy defensive play there from Lyman's Owen Hansen, but out of bounds to the Tigers. 7:17 to go, scoreless in the third quarter. It's a 22-19 Lander lead. Goggles starts the play, pass to McFadden on the left side. Daisy Goklish, top of the key for 3, and that's good. Lander Tigers open the third quarter scoring with a 3 from Daisy Goklish. Lyman now trailing by 6, 25-19. Lady Eagles. Entry pass to Addison Smith is stolen away by Dagan Reinhardt. Lander, as always, trying to find any passing lanes in transition. They'll run their set offense to the left side, though, with Kendall McFadden. Dagan Reinhardt with a spin down low. She is fouled, couldn't get it to go, but a couple of free throws are on the way from Dagan Reinhardt. Foul for Lyman is on Peyton Anderson. That's number 2 for her. One single foul in the half. belongs to Lyman after that. Reinhardt with her first 2. That is no good. Just a touch short on the first free throw. Reinhardt's second is too strong. Missed a little bit left. And Lyman will start at the other end with Owen Hansen. Now Youngberg back to Hansen. Hansen has Anna France on the right wing. Entry pass with the extra pass down to the right block. Some contact down there on the shot, but no call, and Lander comes away with the possession. Tigers with Daisy Goklish driving to the left elbow. Skip to Kendall McFadden. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lander running their set offense now from the top of the key is Goklish. Goklish driving into the free throw line, lost the handle, picked it back up among 3 blue jerseys. Got it to Zoe Mulholland for 3. Thought twice about it. Kind of double clutched and missed the 3, but she manages to get her own rebound as the ball went through the wickets of a couple of players. Right back out to her. So it's Goggles to Dagan Reinhardt, who is fouled. It's team foul number 2 against Lyman. Lander still foulless in the third quarter. Inbound for Goggles will be under the basket with 5:36 to go in the third quarter. Goggles having trouble on the inbounds. Almost out of time, able to get it to Dagan Reinhardt, who is fouled. From what could have been a turnover in about another half second, that would have been a 5-second count on Goggles, giving the ball back to Lyman. But Dagan Reinhardt hustled, created an outlet for the inbound, and then drew a foul. That's foul number 3 on Lyman. They only have 1 more to give in the third quarter with still 5:30 left to go. Goklish, Mulholland, who was open but passed up a possible 3. Got it to Kendall McFadden, who's guarded just beyond the left elbow. Lander will reset to the top to call a new play with Zoe Mulholland. Gets Daisy Goklish, who is ISO, right wing. Dagan Reinhardt. To her left is Goggles. Goggles driving in. Picks up her dribble. Back to Zoe Mulholland. 5 minutes to go. Nice long possession here for the Lander ladies. Pass in to Mulholland. Some contact, no whistle. And Mulholland can't get the shot to go. Lyman comes away with a possession after an empty possession trip down the floor for Lander, but a lot of time off the clock. Almost halfway through the third already. Violent skip pass from the right baseline all the way to the left wing was corralled nicely, and Lyman keeps the possession alive with Addison Smith. Entry pass down low. Peyton Anderson drew a foul, and she'll have a couple of free throws on the way. See if they tag for Lander on that foul down low. I have a feeling it was Reinhardt. No, that's going to be on Kendall McFadden. Her first team foul of the quarter for Lander. And a couple of free throws for Peyton Anderson. First one is good. Cuts the lead to 5. Lander 25, Lyman 20 with 4:27 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw for Anderson. It's no good, so the Lander lead remains 5. Off of the miss. Goggles quickly across the timeline, then pulls it back. Nice pass down low to Kendall McFadden. Brianna Lincoln for 3 on the left wing. That's no good. Ball is tied up. And the possession arrow is Landers. .4:11 on the third quarter clock. 5-point Lander lead. With the Tiger basketball, somebody's got an inbound here. Goggles is down there for Lander. Goggles trying to get Goklish streaking into the left corner and does. Daisy thought about a 3 from there. Instead gets to Brianna Lincoln, who draws a foul. I mean, really, one of the nice quirks of Lander's team is, if you look right now, the Tigers have 3 point guards on the floor with Goggles, Goklish, and Brianna Lincoln. They're not typically all 3 on the floor at the same time, but all 3 can play 1, 2, or 3 guards. Goklish running the point right now for Lander. But the ball gets away on the right side as Lyman has a chance for a transition bucket, but it's stolen away by Daisy Goklish. Daisy ahead to Goggles with the finish with the left hand. Goklish to Goggles once again. 7-point Lander Tiger advantage. 27-20 with 3:44 to go in the third on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Drive in for Lyman on the left side with a leaner. Drawing a foul is Addison Smith after she actually put the ball on the floor and managed to pick it up while continuing the shot. Nice hands play there from Lyman's Addison Smith, and she will be rewarded with a couple of free throws coming. Chance for Lyman to cut into the 7-point currently Lander Tiger lead. That matches the largest lead of the game for Lander. First free throw is good, so it's 27-21. Tigers up by 6 with 3:36 to go in the third. Second free throw for Addison Smith is up and no good. Rims all the way around. Reinhardt there with a strong rebound for the Tigers. And here comes Brianna Lincoln down the left side of the floor for the Tigers. Back up top to Goggles. Goggles to Goklish. Bounce pass to Dagan Reinhardt. Good idea. Reinhardt couldn't handle it, but it was off of a Lady Eagles player. So back to Lander. It's great ball movement between Goklish and Brianna Lincoln down to Dagan Reinhardt under the basket there. Goggles again having trouble in the inbound. Does get it to Dagan Reinhardt. Reinhardt with a skip pass to the right side to Kendall McFadden. McFadden to Goklish. Now left side three for Hayden Goggles is no good. Nice offensive rebound by Kendall McFadden down there on the right side. Got it to Goggles on the left. Lander resets, approaching 3 minutes to go in the third. Skip pass to Kendall McFadden was kind of tipped away by Goklish. I think Daisy Goklish and Kendall McFadden both thought that pass might have been intended for them respectively. And it was kind of thrown across the court in between the two, and so it was tipped by Goklish away from McFadden, leads to a Lander turnover. 3-minute mark of the third, 27-21 Lady Tigers on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lyman with Youngberg, and back to Owen Hansen. Now right side is Addison Smith. Sienna France wearing number 10. Gets to the right side, entry pass is stolen away. And in transition, drawing a foul. Was that Paisley Hollingshead? It was. Paisley Hollingshead got the steal. Then down the floor all by herself. Drew a foul. She was shooting. Actually, she wasn't shooting, but that's team foul number 5 on Lyman. So a couple of free throws on the way for Hollingshead anyway. 2:37 to go in the third. Hollingshead first to 2. The free throw is good. One more for Paisley. This would be Lander's largest lead of the game at 8. But the shot is no good, so it remains a 7-point advantage. Brianna Lincoln was there on the rebounds, couldn't corral the ball. Stolen away by Fallon Youngberg, and she stepped on the baseline, so it's a turnover back to the Tigers. Lander playing well. They've got some momentum and some luck on their side. Need good 2.5 minutes here to put Lyman away if they're able to. Brianna Lincoln with an entry pass down low to Hollingshead. Turn around, and Paisley draws another foul. More free throws on the way for Hollingshead. Paisley, a sophomore, already good height to her. Probably the tallest player on the floor right now for either team. First free throw is good. This is a very young Lander Tiger team. They only have 2 seniors, those being Kendall McFadden and Zoe Mulholland. Everybody else be back next year for LVHS. Second free throw is also good. And Lander has a 9-point lead. That is their largest of the game. Against the 2-2-1 of Lander. Lyman still looking to cross the timeline. Now into that trap that we talk about. But Lyman maintains the possession, leading to a 3 on the left side that's no good. Rebound is fought for down low, out of bounds, back to Lyman. A couple of Tigers flying in there. Brianna Lincoln was one of them going for the rebound. May have been off of Lincoln, and Lyman basketball with 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Owen Hansen, right wing, off of the inbound. Back up near the top of the key to France. Back to Lyman's top scorer, number 0, Owen Hansen. Ball is stolen away. Daisy Goklish with a hesitation move and the finish. Daisy Goklish in full court, full speed. Now the ball is thrown away at half court. Kendall McFadden had the steal initially. It's ripped back away by Fallon Youngberg, who finishes with a Euro step in the lane. But that 2-2-1 is looking good for Lander. Looking to keep the pressure on with 1:37 left to go. Goggles throws it to the corner where she thought Paisley Hollingshead was, but nobody was there. So a turnover back to the Lady Eagles with 91 seconds remaining in the third quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lyman inbounds against the 2-2-1. Ball is stolen away by Goklish. Goklish has Lincoln to her right. Instead, Daisy goes up herself and is fouled. Just about the entire Lander boys basketball team there in the corner cheering on Lander's girls. Stepped on the gas a little bit in the third quarter, leading 32-23 with a couple of free throws on the way from Goklish. First one is no good. Just a touch too strong. Chance for Lander to pull away and put away Lyman here. Lyman kind of an up and down year. Timeout taken by Lyman prior to the second free throw. We'll take it with them. Back right after this with more LVHS basketball on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Modern Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport, on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
Third quarter action from Lander Valley High School with the Lady Tigers on top of Lyman. 32-23. Second and 2 free throws on the way for Daisy Goklish following Lyman's timeout. Interesting during the timeout, Lyman head coach Jason Hansen has a very loud speaking voice. I'm a good 40 or 50 feet away. And I was actually able to hear the play call on this upcoming inbound, so we'll see if Lyman executes what their coach had planned. So far, so good. As Lyman inbounds against the 1-2-2. Back to Anna France. France is guarded by Goklish. Ball is knocked away by Lander out of bounds, and it found a way off of a Lyman player, so back to Lander. Don't often get the chance to hear a full draw up on the chalkboard during a timeout. But Lyman's coach has a voice that can carry. The first part of his instructions were followed and fell apart on the back half of the press, but Lyman forcing a turnover here with 2-on-2 the other way. Leaner in the lane is no good from France. She got her own rebound. Back up top of the key to Owen Hansen. Owen with a bomb that is no good. Owen Hansen trying to spark her team as Lyman's top scorer on the season. Don't miss that one. It was a long three, though. That was a good 2 feet beyond the three-point line. And Owen's going to have a seat for Lyman. 41.7 remaining as Lander inbounds. This will be a foul against the Tigers. There's a moving screen between Goggles and Lincoln. So the offensive foul, turnover back to Lyman, and they'll inbound from under their basket with 41.7 remaining. Inbound, though, got away. It was tipped out of bounds by a Tigers player, though, so it remains Lyman basketball. Lyman basketball with 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Anna France, top of the key, starts the Lyman offense to her left. France gets it back. Entry pass to the free throw line, now left wing. This will be a pass across to Youngberg. Fallon gives it back to Anna France. 22 seconds remaining. Lyman. Entry pass down low again. This time Smith had the ball get away from her onto the floor. France with a good save for Lyman. Driving with a real tough leaner on the baseline. That's no good. And Lander has 9 seconds if they can get the ball down the floor. It is Goklish with 5 seconds. Daisy from the free throw line. No good. The rebound fought for by Goggles, who put up a shot that will not count anyway. Good hustle by Hayden Goggles, though. Didn't go in. That's the end of the third quarter. Lander Tigers with a 10-point lead. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Hampton Inn and Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Get winter ready with Overhead Door. Don't let the cold in. It's time to prepare your garage door for winter. We'll give you safety, savings, and peace of mind. Our experts ensure your garage door is winter-proof with quality service and repairs. Trust the pros. Schedule your appointment today. Call 307-856-2210 or visit the website at overheaddoorriverton.com.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOBE.
One more quarter of regular season basketball right in front of us for the Lander Valley Lady Tigers. This is the conference finale and the regular season finale for Lander Valley. Regionals start a week from today right here at LVHS for 3A boys and girls. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of great basketball over Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Obviously, Lander Tigers hoping to outperform last year. Thermopolis was not good to the Tigers in regionals last year, but they'll host this year. Goklish with a leaner inside as she drives was no good. Tough angle off the glass. With 20 seconds gone by in the fourth quarter, Lyman with their first offensive chance of the final frame. They're working outside initially with Addison Smith. Smith back up to Anna France. Anna way up by the logo. Left wing. Spinning around beyond the three-point line is Smith. Back to France. Now a swing to Owen Hansen, who puts up a three. That's no good. Lyman's top scorer just can't get it going from beyond the arc. And Lander with an opportunity in transition. Here's a pass ahead to Paisley Hollingshead, who finishes. How about that from the sophomore, Paisley Hollingshead. First down the floor in transition, and now here's a steal from Hollingshead, who is fouled. Paisley Hollingshead with a bucket in transition, then gets a steal and draws a foul from Lyman's best offensive player. It's going to be Owen Hansen's second. First team foul either way, and Lyman wants to take a timeout. They trail by 12. And we'll take it with them. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Haskell Furniture and Flooring, now open in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more and start living in style.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Lander Tiger basketball leading Lyman 35-23 in the fourth quarter as the Lady Tigers inbound from under the basket to Hollingshead, then Lincoln, and then Goklish at the top of the key. Skip to Paisley Hollingshead, who is wide open for three, a little bit too sharp on that shot. Missed off the backboard. Got it to Kendall McFadden, who backs out to the left corner. Now Hollingshead inside the paint with a floater down the free throw line that's no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Goklish. And Lander resets again. Paisley drives in. This time she kicks out to the right. Here's Brianna Lincoln into a double team to Paisley Hollingshead for a wide open three from the sophomore. Paisley Hollingshead's having one of her best games of the season, and the Tigers lead by 15. Entry pass down low is stolen away by Goggles. Goggles corrals it. Lander looking for numbers the other way in transition. Goggles does get the ball ahead. Now into the corner for Goklish. 4-3, no good. Rebound finds its way to Anna France. France leans in and drops the shot. Lyman needed those points. Lander trying to push the issue against full court man-to-man right away with Goggles, who has to back up. Ball across the timeline to Goklish. Goklish spinning around. Pass intended for Lincoln. It's too tall for her, so back to Lyman. Leaning in is Anna France with another nice two for Lyman. Run for the Lady Eagles. Tigers appear just a little bit gassed here, approaching midway through the fourth quarter. They'll inbound to Goklish down the left side of the floor across the timeline. Goklish behind her back, top of the key. Feeds Hollingshead in the corner. She's feeling it, but missed that three. Offensive rebound from Goggles is no good. Goggles fighting for the rebound on her miss and fights for a jump ball. Possession arrows back to Lyman with 5:02 to go in the game. Paisley Hollingshead has a seat, but she has made her presence known. Sophomores had a big third quarter for the Tigers. See Kendall McFadden back onto the floor. It's actually the original starting five now for the Tigers on the floor with Goklish, McFadden, Mulholland, Goggles, and Reinhardt. Entry pass into the lane with a shot that's no good. Follow for Lyman's also no good. Dagan's there with a rebound for the Tigers. Here comes Hayden Goggles, strong down the right side of the floor. And she carried it. Some contact there. That was either going to be a foul against Lyman or a carry on Hayden. And Goggles lost possession and so was called for the carry with 4:41 to go in the game. Ball back to Lyman. Eagles start it right side to France. And France will take it herself to the left wing. Ball tipped away by Goklish. Good hands, good defense from Daisy. And Goklish will be called for a foul as her feet got tangled up with Anna France. That's number 2 on Goklish. One team foul apiece here in the fourth quarter, just about halfway through the frame. Tigers on top. The correct score is by 10, 37-27. At least that's what we're showing here in the arena, in the gym. Lyman operating from the left side. Looking to skip it back to the right, though. France has it now at the top. There's another long three from Owen Hansen. That's just a low percentage shot, and it can't be saved as it flies out of bounds. So back to the Tigers. Owen Hansen trying to spark something for her team. You understand that, but just taking a bunch of those threes, and it's just not her night from beyond the arc. Tigers on the inbound. And now the ball to Kendall McFadden, who is called for a travel. Kendall McFadden ran into Peyton Anderson of Lyman and fell down with the basketball. No foul called, but due to her going to the floor in possession of the ball, that is a travel, and so a turnover back to Lyman. Under 4 to go in the fourth quarter now. Lyman left wing. Now back up near the top of the key to Owen Hansen. Hansen with an entry pass to the free throw line. That's Anderson. Anderson to Addison Smith for 3. No good. Dagan Reinhardt's there for the rebound for the Tigers. Ball is stolen away. And a quick 2 points from Lyman. And the Eagles will try to preserve momentum and take timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Remind you that All of our basketball coverage all season long brought to you in part by Wyoming Catholic College. Proud to support and cheer on our local athletes. Your dedication on and off the court is admirable. Find them online at wyomingcatholic.edu. Also thanks to Bailey Tire and Auto, a proud supporter of our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. Stay tuned after the end of the quarter for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show, pending any overtime, of course, but Tigers are certainly not rooting for that. They currently lead by 9, 37-29 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 3:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Lander boys coming up next, so get you all set for that in between games. Joined at the halftime of the boys game by LVHS girls head coach Drew Powell. Hopefully we'll be talking to Coach Powell about a win in his team's last regular season game of the year. Lyman took the timeout. Lander has the basketball. They'll have to go full court with the inbound to intended for Brianna Lincoln, but it was tipped out of bounds, so Lander has to do that again. Tegan Reinhardt's doing the inbounding. Brianna Lincoln free off a screen and gets it ahead to Goggles. Goggles with contact at half court, no whistle. Lyman with a turnover. Lady Eagles basketball. Owen Hansen has it just to the right of the top of the key. Entry pass is into Peyton Anderson, but a foul is called on Hayden Goggles, who had a, let's just say, a statement of excitement and surprise. A lighthearted one, but had a sentence for the ref after that. That's Hayden's first. 3:05 to go. Tough leaner. Long two is no good. Reinhardt there for the rebounds. Goggles. Guarded by France. Crosses the timeline. Paisley Hollings heads back into the game. She had the ball left wing. Now sets a screen for Dagan Reinhardt on the right side. Dagan sweeping in the lane. Shot no good. Tough shot from right to left across the paint. And the rebound goes to Lyman. Lander trying to hang on to what's currently a 8-point lead. 37-29 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lyman, entry pass is easily stolen away by Dagan Reinhardt. Goggles, guarded by France across the timeline. Goggles into the corner, and a timeout is taken by Lander. Head coach Drew Powell wanting to talk about it. We'll take a break. Come back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered. At Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Radio coverage on KOVE, 1330 AM, 107.7 FM.
Out of the Lander timeout, it will be Lady Tigers basketball. 2:20 to go in this game. Tigers on top of Lyman, 37-29. As the Tigers attempting to inbound, but the ball is stolen away by Lyman. Nice hands play there by Addison Smith. And the Lady Eagles have possession. Lander trying to avoid letting Lyman back into the game in the final 2 minutes. Eagles starting on the left side, outside. Playing catch from the top to the left. Now a skip pass to Addison Smith on the right wing. Here's Anna France for three. No good, a little bit too strong. It'll be Brianna Lincoln who eventually comes away with the rebounds, and Lander maintains its 8-point advantage. 37-29. Lincoln guarded closely over the logo, too closely as a foul will be called on Addison Smith of Lyman. So that's number 3 for Smith. Both teams now have 2 in the quarter. Lander inbounding with Brianna Lincoln right in front of the student section at LVHS. Hayden Goggles across the timeline off of the inbound, kicking to the corner to Dagan Reinhardt, to Brianna Lincoln at the top of the key. Tigers obviously content to take as much time off the clock as they can with 1:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. It was Goklish who lost the handle in the paint. Somehow she tipped it to Goggles, and now it's foul for time for Lyman. It's going to be Anna France. There'll be team foul number 3, and so Lyman's going to have to do that one more time before forcing free throws. 1:20 to go. Lander 37, Lyman 29. Tigers on the inbound. Here's Goklish off of the inbound, able to get it to Goggles. No foul called yet. There's a reach-in foul. Tigers able to get 6 seconds off of the clock to 1:14. And that was Lyman's last foul to give. So any remaining Lyman fouls will result in free throws. Lander only with 2 fouls. Would not want to see Lander fouling in this situation anyway. But Lyman has to. So on the inbound to Goklish, the foul's going to be called on Owen Hansen. Now free throws on the way for Daisy Goklish, and Lander will go about trying to put this game away from the free throw line with 1:12 remaining. Love seeing Daisy Goklish shoot these free throws. Just note how high in the air the ball goes. Can't get the shooter's roll there, but the apex of her shot ends up at least half of the ball to the top of the backboard. Timeout taken by Lyman before free throw number 2. We'll keep it right here. After this game, we will have recognition of senior boys for Lander Valley High School. There are 4 senior boys for LVHS. So they'll be recognized, and we'll have that ceremony for you here. Give a shout out while we have a moment to Cyril Stauffenberg, who's the activities director at LVHS and one of the best in the business for a lot of reasons. They host a lot of events here at Lander Valley High School. They hosted 3 full-on basketball tournaments, including the biggest one next week, which is the 3A Regionals. And they're always on time. Every tournament held in this building is right there on time. And one of the things that they do here that nobody else does is they'll split senior night. A lot of schools have senior night for the cheerleaders and both basketball teams, and it ends up being a half hour or more, halftime, between games anyway. And the Lander ladies have already had kind of their senior night, as the second free throw from Goklish is no good and falls out of bounds. And the Lander boys will have their senior night after this game. And it just makes things, it was a broadcaster bias, obviously, but it just makes things go a lot smoother when you do it that way. Only 2 Lander seniors on the girls' team. Will be 4 for the boys recognized after this game. A 3 from the top of the key to Owen Hansen is no good, and Dagan Reinhardt is fouled. In the double bonus, Reinhardt's going to have a couple of free throws coming up. Lander's still up 37-29 with 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Also in the boys' game, stay tuned for these unis that the boys' team is rocking tonight. Not seen these before, but I like them. First free throw from Dagan Reinhardt is no good. Mentioned earlier, but picture the traditional Boston Celtics uniform with green trimmed in white, top and bottom. As opposed to the Lander across the front, they have the Valley written across the front. They are sharp-looking uniforms. Dagan Reinhardt hit her second free throw. Minute even to go in the game. Lyman inbounding, and Lander still applying pressure. Lyman able to cross the timeline. Their top scorer has the ball with Owen Hansen. Owen is fouled by Daisy Goklish. Her opposite number 0 will pick up her second foul. Lander still with a foul to give before free throws. Aggressive defense from Daisy leading to a foul. So Lyman's going to have to inbound with 49 seconds remaining. They do that with Addison Smith. Pulls up, gives it up for an Anderson 3 that's no good. That's Hollingshead there for the rebound, loss of the handle, but Brianna Lincoln has it. Lyman still has to foul. Finally, Anna France does commit the foul against Hayden Goggles. So a couple of free throws on the way for Goggles. She'll try to add to her total. Lander appears to have this one in hand, although we're approaching March when anything can happen in basketball, but this would be a 10-point lead with a made free throw here, which is good. 39-29. Nice defensive effort from the Tigers, holding Lyman to 29 points, well below their season average as a team, at least so far. And head coach Drew Powell is going to clear his bench, get some additional Tigers in, including Taylor Kostreva. Who else is in here? Actually, don't even have a number 11 on my varsity roster. And the third substitution, Addie Rounds, I think, for the remaining 36 seconds. Second free throw from Goggles is no good. Couldn't get the shooter's roll, and so Lyman still in the backcourt against remaining full court pressure from Lander. They do cross the timeline now with 26 seconds remaining. Lean in shot and drawing a foul is Lyman. Don't have a number 13 for Lyman either, but a couple of free throws are going to be on the way for the Lady Eagles. 10-point LVHS lead with 25 seconds remaining after the free throws. First one is no good. Lyman a tough year on the girls' side. The scouting report is they're young, and you can see them improving game by game. So expect them to be, in the coming years, a force to be reckoned with, perhaps. Lander also on the younger side with only 2 seniors. And most of these ladies have played with each other a long time. 16 seconds, now 15. Lyman has given up on fouling, it would appear. Well, there's kind of an incidental foul that's going to be called on Eden Smith. Don't think she meant to foul for time there, but you're going to have free throws on the way from Riley Spees, a sophomore into the game for Lander. She hasn't seen a whole lot of varsity minutes this year, but she's got a couple of free throws coming. The first one from Spees is up and good. Student section loves that. Standing O from her teammates on the bench as well on the made free throw. Second one does not go. 10 seconds remaining. Tigers up 40-30. Lyman to the top of the key with a 3 with 3 seconds remaining. That's no good. Lander with a rebound, and the Tigers will hang on and put away Lyman to win their final regular season game of the year. Final score, Lander Tigers 40, Lyman's Ladies 30. Come back for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. We'll also have quickly the senior boy recognition on sort of senior night here at LVHS. So we'll take a very short time out so we can bring you those festivities. Coming up next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School. We're between games following a Lander ladies victory of 40-30. And the lights have gone out here in the gym. That is by design. That is on purpose. If you've never seen a Lander High School senior night recognition, it is a lot of fun to watch. Special blending of cultures and appreciation for what these Lander boys players have done over their 4 years on the team. There are 4 Lander boys who are about to be recognized in Porter Playstead, Keaton Iron Eyes, Caleb Larvey, and Theodore Rivera Jr. I believe those are our only seniors. But it's a really special, very unique senior night at Lander Valley High School. So we're going to hang out here before we formally begin the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show so that we can bring you some of this. Those of you watching on the YouTube channel, lights have gone out. This does bring back a memory last year of the lights going out twice. They couldn't get them back on afterwards. Hopefully that's been corrected. Let's turn things over to our public address announcer.
Basketball seniors. First up, Peyton Bell. Mother Naomi Harris. Father Dave Bell. Sister Tia Gutierrez. Darian Bell. Martin Gutierrez. Uncle George. Brother Brandon. Sister Aurelia. Elijah. And Brother Tyrus. Peyton would like to thank his sister Darian for coming home from college and doing online instead so she can make it all his last home and away games. And being the best sister in the world. I love you, Tubby. His gift in his superpower of making threes to Gavin Romer, because who wouldn't want to see Big Country drain threes? My advice for future Tigers would be never be satisfied. My favorite basketball memory was all the overnight trips, especially when we had our Xboxes. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Bell.
Of the four seniors I mentioned earlier, Peyton Bell is the fifth being recognized, and now the remaining four.
Border placement. His family for always supporting me, my coaches for not giving up on me, and my teammates for always being so fun to be around and play with. My advice for future Tigers would be to put your head down and work, and then see how far you've come. The off-season is a lot longer than the season, so that's the time that you need to be working. My superpower is showering after morning practice. I would give this superpower to the freshmen so they can learn not to walk around the school smelling bad all day. My favorite basketball memory was going 3-0 in the Douglas tournament to start the season and beating Douglas on their home floor. Ladies and gentlemen, Border Place then. Our next senior, Keaton Iron.
See Keaton Iron Eyes being joined by his family, as well as Hayden Goggles of the girls team.
I would like to thank God himself, my coaches and teammates, my past teammates and coaches, my mom and dad, my family, Lander Valley High School, and anyone who's ever believed in me. My advice for future Tigers would be enjoy every minute because it goes by way too fast. My superpower is having faith. I would gift this superpower to Quincy Quinna so he can keep doing what's right and stay the course. My favorite basketball memory was my first game back from knee surgery playing with my brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an iron on. And our final senior today, Theodore Rivera Jr. Parents and family, Theodore Rivera Sr., Tony Rivera, Victoria Rivera, Echo Herford, Ariana Herford, brother Juan Rivera, and his grandma, Helena. Uncle Patty Bull as well. I would like to thank my family, coaches, and my teammates being there for me, ups and downs. My advice for future Tigers would be keep working hard in sports and school. My favorite basketball memory is our last game as freshmen, and we get to the locker room and everyone started crying when Brady got emotional. It was good sharing a tear with the boys, knowing it was probably the last time playing with the few of them. Theodore Rivera Jr. And finally, Caleb Lorby. Family Tony, Misty, brothers Mark, Lance, and Zach. Caleb would like to thank my family, especially my dad, for always coaching me throughout the years and giving me support. I would give my superpower of intelligence to Noah St. Clair so he might have a chance to pass all of his classes. My advice for future Tigers would be get in the weight room and do all the training in the off season. My favorite basketball memory was all the bus rides with the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Larby. Ladies and gentlemen, one more final round of applause for your Lyman Eagles senior boys basketball. Thank you for your 4 years of service to Lyman Valley High School Athletics.
There you see all of LVHS boys basketball seniors and their friends and family on the floor. We'll do the traditional group photo, although I'm not sure how you do a group photo with all these friends and relations on the floor, but they will do their best. So we'll take a moment here to get the coach in a couple of shots and just a very special moment. See a lot of senior nights in my years all over the country, and this is by far my favorite. It's a beautiful blending of cultures and a celebration of hard work that all 5 of these players have put forward, not just on the basketball floor, but you take like a Caleb Larby, who is a lot of fun to watch during football season as well, among several other LVHS players. So fun, special moments. And the remaining photos, hugs, and tears will be shared. So let's step aside, take a break, come back, and transition from a 10-point Lander girls victory to the final game of the regular season for the Lander Tiger boys with the Lyman Eagles in town. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
This County 10 sports broadcast made possible by Myers Gambles, Central Bank and Trust, Wyoming Catholic College, Elevate Rehab, Goddard Construction, Bailey Tire and Auto Services, Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, Wyo Glass, Red & Kane and Associates, Remax, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, State Farm Agent Tyler Watson, Eyes on Fremont, Hampton Inn & Suites, Maven, Edward Jones, John Shade, Sage West, Boyle Electric, Perfect Power, Baldwin Creek Rental Service, Northside Auto Body Glass, Fremont Chevrolet, and the Fremont County Prevention Program.
It's time for Tiger Tip-Off. Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOBE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Once again, a very pleasant Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome inside Lander Valley High School for the final regular season game of the season for both the Tiger teams. For the Lander ladies in the game preceding this one, it was a 10 points, 40-30 victory over the Lyman Lady Eagles, and just moments away from tip-off of the boys' final regular season game, hosting Lyman. I'm Scott Fuller. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Regional basketball, playoff basketball is a week away. Those 3A West games are going to be played right here at Lander Valley High School this year, next Thursday through Saturday. And with the opportunity to play all of their regional tournament games at home this year, obviously both Tiger teams looking to close out the regular season with a win. Ladies got that done with, again, a 40-30 final score in the game before this one. It's now the Tiger boys' turn to take on Lyman. So let's start by taking a look at the Lyman Eagles. On the boys' side, bit of a challenging season, coming into this week with a 7-14 overall record, 1-8 in conference play. They'll also be looking to finish on a positive note with maybe a little momentum, but they're going to have a tall hill to climb next Thursday right back here in their regional matchup with one of the higher seeds. You would think, I'm not sure Cody, but a 1 or 2 seed. We'll get those brackets when they come out on Monday or Tuesday, but obviously want to win every game you play, and for Lyman they could use some momentum because they know whoever they do play next Thursday in regionals here in Lander, they're going to be a top seed in 3A. One of Lyman's key contributors, Dallin Bradshaw, wears number 5, leads the team in scoring with 11.1 per game, shooting a very efficient 55% from the field. Another name to watch, Jevin Maxfield, wears number 12, versatile scorer, hits 38% from beyond the arc, massive number, that's a season-long number, 7.6 points per game and 5 rebounds or so per game as well. Eagles also rely on Coulter DeWitt, number 33, averages 6.5 points per game, also 4 or so rebounds a game. For Lyman to find success tonight, they're going to want to improve their shooting efficiency. They are 24% from beyond the arc as a team. In their last 3 games, Eagles have fought hard, but they came up short. Most recent contest in Lovell was a 63-22 loss. Strong performance against Powell earlier in the week kept Lyman competitive. Switching over to the homestanding Tigers. Tigers powered by Noah St. Clair, wears number 22, forcing the paint, and really anywhere on the floor. Averages 10.4 per game and 5.8, team high, 5.8 rebounds per game. Lander also benefits from the sharp shooting of Peyton Bell, point guard number 1. Lead to the team with 14.2 per game. Impressive 41% from 3. Peyton Bell didn't start playing this season until after January 1st, so not including a lot of tournament action in that stat, but that's a massive number. 41% from 3 for Peyton Bell. He's also a 51% field goal shooter. Anyway, Lander comes into this matchup after they had the last second win, we should say, against Pinedale on Tuesday, so that's actually their most recent win on the boys' side, but they also fought hard in a 50-46 win at Powell prior to their game in Pinedale this week. Nice defense in that game in Powell for the boys, timely shooting. They also put up 66 points against Mountain View, won that game by 18 points. They also defeated Pinedale a couple of weeks ago right here at LVHS. So the Lander boys are riding, I think, a 4-game winning streak heading into this game. For Lyman, they're going to want to play strong inside. Lander wants to control the tempo with St. Clair, Peyton Bell, Keaton Iron Eyes, and the rest of the Lander Valley Tigers. We'll get tipped off right after this on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
Welcome to Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Get winter ready with Overhead Door. Don't let the cold in. It's time to prepare your garage door for winter. We'll give you safety, savings, and peace of mind. Our experts ensure your garage door is winter-proof with quality service and repairs. Trust the pros. Schedule your appointment today. Call 307-856-2210 or visit the website at overheaddoorriverton.com.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring, now open in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more and start living in style.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School, just in front of Lander boys hosting Lyman. Before we get tipped off, Lander Valley boys head coach Stu Mullins is being recognized for his commitment to Lander basketball over the years, edged his way up on the all-time Lander coaching win list. And head coach Mullins is receiving a well-earned ovation from the crowd here at LVHS prior to Lander and Lyman. Fun moment. Couldn't ask of a nicer guy, too, having gotten to know Coach Mullins a little bit over the last couple of years. So with that, starting lineups are being introduced. Starters for Lyman will be Hayden Jackson. Dallin Smith wears number 4. Dallin Bradshaw. Aiden Wyatt. Jevin Maxfield and Coulter DeWitt. Starting 5 for Lyman. See what kind of starting lineups we get for the Lander Tigers. It's been shaken up a little bit. Quincy Gwynna, I think, will return today. So Peyton Bell gets the start, as does Porter Playstead. on senior night. We expect to see all 5 starting seniors in this game. Keaton Iron Eyes is another. Caleb Larvey. And that would only leave Theodore Rivera Jr., number 43. There are your starting lineups. It's an all-senior starting 5 for Lander Valley High School here on senior night, appropriately enough. Great senior night festivities here at LVHS as always, but with those out of the way, we are just about ready to tip off. Lyman boys struggling this season. Lander Valley Tigers trying to shore up what is going to end up being a relatively high seed for them at regionals right here at LVHS next week. Iron Eyes set to jump against Dallin Bradshaw, and the tip is actually one ahead to Lyman. So the Eagles with the first possession of the game. They start right side outside. Ball initially got away from Aiden Wyatt, but he regroups for Lyman. Back up to the top of the key. Pass to the right wing. Now the right baseline. Back up top to Wyatt. Wyatt guarded there by Peyton Bell. Now swung left to Maxfield. Entry pass to the free throw line, and now down to the low block. Ball is knocked away. Keaton Iron Eyes with a steal. Lander trying to move in transition. Held up. Now Rivera Jr. Entry pass intended for Larvey is stolen away. One possession apiece between Lander and Lyman. No points either way right now. Eagles basketball. Big man top of the key is Coulter DeWitt for Lyman. Feeds into the right corner. Double team there along the right baseline. So back up to DeWitt near the top of the key. Entry pass down low on the left baseline. And now back up to DeWitt up top. Good set defense here from the Lander Tigers. Here's a 3 look from the right corner that is no good. Rebound fought for. Stolen away by Peyton Bell. He's got to deal with a double team right away. Peyton dribbles out of that. Bell ahead to Caleb Larvey. Into the corner, swung left side. There's Porter Playstead for 3, no good. Larvey able to come down with a rebound for the Tigers. Into the right corner, and a foul will be called on Lyman. Still scoreless, 6:39 to go in the first. The first foul will go against the Eagles, Aiden Wyatt. Peyton Bell to inbound to Iron Eyes. Iron Eyes to Bell near the right corner. Drives in from the right side. Floater no good. Tip is no good. And the Tigers are still looking for the first points of the game. Lyman will have a shot at that first. Well, they did have a shot at it before the travel. That's going to be assessed against Hayden Jackson. Tigers to inbounds. 3/4 court in front of their bench. Tigers mentioned this in the Porter's Tailgate Show. They were wearing a very sharp shade of Lander green. Unis reminiscent of the classic Boston Celtics look with Valley written in white across the front. Iron Eyes with a leaner in the lane. That's also no good, so we are still scoreless. Teams feeling each other out in the first 2 minutes. Lyman with Hayden Jackson in transition. Back up top to the big man DeWitt for the Eagles. DeWitt gives it to Jackson. Drives left side. Bounce pass is saved to continue the play for Lyman. Player was setting a screen, not expecting the pass. Entry down to the right block is no good. Offensive rebound and the putback. And the first 2 points of the game belong to the Eagles. All 5 seniors here on senior recognition night for Lander Valley High School's boys team. The girls already had theirs at the last home game. Peyton Bell spots up for 3. That is no good. He's a remarkable 41% three-point shooter on the season. Couldn't get that one to go. Lyman in transition with a 3 in the right corner. No good. Long rebound is tracked down by the Eagles. DeWitt with the entry pass down low. Quick double team between Larvey and Iron Eyes. Larvey tried to save it, but had the ball on the baseline. Back to Lyman. Shout out to Dave Bell, who is watching his son Peyton from Buckeye, Arizona, as a entry pass midair is tipped in for Lyman, 4-0 Eagles. Peyton Bell among the seniors who were recognized. A very special senior night here at LVHS. He's been a fun player to watch for me for only 2 years doing the games. A lot of fun to watch Peyton Bell over the last couple of seasons. Bell has iron eyes from the right wing for three. Ooh, good-looking shot that wouldn't fall. Tigers just can't get one to fall. They trail Lyman 4-0. Entry pass in transition from Lyman is a turnover back to the Tigers, though. Almost halfway through this first quarter at 4:34 to go. 4-0 Lyman. Eagles boys have had a struggle this season. One conference win on the year. Tigers have won 4 games in a row off a last-minute win in Pinedale on Tuesday. Tigers after the Lyman turnover to Iron Eyes in the right corner. Peyton Bell at the top of the key. He thought about a three. Playstead will pull the trigger from the right wing, and Porter Playstead has landed his first 3 points of the game with a triple from the right wing. Still all 5 seniors on the floor. Not the usual starting lineup for head coach Stu Mullins, but it is senior nights. Lob pass in transition. Too strong off the glass. And here comes Peyton Bell in transition against 2 Lyman defenders and somehow finds the angle off the glass. Peyton Bell, when you think he's too deep, when you think he's too sharp and he has no shot, finds the arm angle and the spin off the backboard more often than not. He is a fun player to watch. Under 4 to go, Tigers have now taken a 5-4 lead over Lyman. Go up top is Coulter DeWitt. Ball is stolen by Caleb Larvey. Peyton Bell is 1-on-2 the other way. Right side and finishes the play. Lyman needs a timeout. They're not going to take one, though. They play on with 3:28 to go. All the momentum in the building is on Lander's side against a full-court press. Lyman does get it across the timeline. DeWitt, a couple of dribbles along the baseline. Now up top of the key. Driving in is Wyatt. Wyatt can't get it to go. Second chance is no good. Shear was there. Lyman's going to have a third chance of the possession, but the ball is blocked out of bounds by Keaton Iron Eyes. Ball wasn't out of bounds, but now it finds its way out of bounds to Lyman. Lyman with 3 shots on that possession. Keaton Iron Eyes finally with a clean block out of bounds. Remains Lyman Eagles ball, though. They trail by 3. On the inbound, here's Jackson. Jackson resets the offense for the Eagles. Under 3 to go in the first quarter. Tigers by 3, 7-4 on senior night. Regular season finale. Lander girls won 40-30. Lander boys on top by 3 here in the first quarter, but a leaner from the right block is up and good. Brings the score to within 1. Lander quickly down the floor from Bell to Iron Eyes. Now Rivera Jr. 3, no good. Playstead manages to find the rebounds. On the right side, back out to Bell. Rivera with a dribble, and then gets to Iron Eyes, who puts up a 3 from the left corner. That is no good. Rebound is pulled down by Lyman. 7-6 Tigers on top of the Eagles. With 2:13 to go in the first quarter. 3 answer in the corner from Lyman is no good. Offensive rebound pulled down nicely by Shear for the Eagles. Tries to reset, but the ball was tipped out of bounds by Iron Eyes. So Lyman basketball, they will inbound. Here comes the more typical starters for Lander as the senior starting 5 receives a ovation on senior night. So you got Romer into the game. Bell is still on the floor. Finn McFadden is on the floor. That is wonderful to see, wearing number 3. You got Noah St. Clair out there. And I'm missing one. Oh, it's Quincy Gwynna, who is also returning from injury. Lyman on the inbound with a floater mid-range. Is no good. Here comes Bell in transition. Bell ahead to Gwynna. Gwynna to Bell. Bell, spot 3, just off right. Top of the key, no good. Peyton Bell, great 3-point shooter. Hasn't got one to fall so far tonight, but Lander is on top 7-6 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Entry pass for Lyman in transition with a floater that's up and good. This is eerily similar to the girls' game where it's all Lander, and yet somehow at the end of the first, Lyman finds itself on top. Peyton Bell tries to answer for 3. That's no good. Minute 21 to go. Exact same trajectory. Exact same. It was a 7-0 lead for Lander in the girls' game, and Lyman came back to take the lead at the end of the first. Ball's tipped away there on the Lyman entry pass by Gwynna, so we'll see if Lander can alter that and take a lead at the end of the first with a minute to go. Gavin Romer out to Gwynna. Quincy from the right corner, in and out. But the follow from Bell is there. Peyton Bell, midair, tips it in. 9-8 Lander. 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This will be Wyatt. Gives it up to Shear for Lyman. Back to Wyatt. Wyatt swings it left. And now back up top. Lyman tries to swing it right. Up to Wyatt. Now into the corner. Around the perimeter go the Lyman Eagles. Trying to take time off the clock here. Maybe thinking of holding for one. Nope. In the lane and drawing a foul is Dallin Bradshaw. Shot didn't go, but a couple of free throws on the way for Bradshaw. It's all Lander Tigers, just like the girls' game. It was all Landers ladies, and yet somehow Lyman hung in there, and you see the exact same thing. Your eyes tell you one thing, and the scoreboard tells you another. The first free throw is no good from Dallin Bradshaw. See a sub into the game for Lander. It's Paxton Hollingshead. I think he took Bell's spot, so Peyton Bell has a seat. Second at 2 free throws on the way from Maxfield. That one is good. Lyman has tied the game at 9. 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and Finn McFadden walks the ball across the timeline. Tigers running their hold for one play here. Hollingshead, top of the key, double team, splits that, floater in the lane falls. Paxton Hollingshead with a pretty, Finn McFadden rather, with a nice shot. Buzzer beater is good if it goes, but no good. The Lander Tigers surge out to a 11-9 lead, but Lyman is hanging in. Back for quarter number 2, right back after this on 1330 KOVE and county10.com. Lander Tiger boys on top of Lyman 11-9 at the starts of the second quarter. It will be Tigers basketball to start the frame. Finn McFadden back wearing number 3. Great to see. Missed several weeks due to injury earlier in the season. 3 in the corner from his quarterback in the football season, Paxton Hollingshead, was no good. And the ball ends up out of bounds to Lyman. 7:46 to go in the first half. I mean, you credit Lyman for hanging in. The score is what the score is, but that first quarter really had the feel of a 14-2 Lander lead, and Lyman just made the shots when they had to, trailing only by 2 points. Lyman runs their offense now with Maxfield. There's a long 2 that's put up by Bradshaw, and that's good. So that ties the game at 11. Tiger possession. They swing it down to the left corner. Too deep as Iron Eyes. So Gwynna to McFadden. Hollingshead with the entry pass down low to St. Clair. St. Clair with a nice pump fake. Hangs and finishes. Noah St. Clair with hesitation. Nice pump fake in the lane. Got his defender off his feet and put home the 2. Lyman's going to get tagged for traveling on the ensuing possession, so right back to the Tigers. 6:58 to go in the first half. Nice crowd is filled in for the boys' game. There's 1A regional basketball all day here at Lander Valley High School. Here's Quincy Gwynna for 3. That's too strong. Long rebounds is come away with by Lyman. They have 2-on-1 the other way with a bounce pass to the right block. That finish is good. Lyman has tied it again at 13. McFadden to Hollingshead on the right side to St. Clair. St. Clair with one dribble, then a skip. Now up to Finn McFadden. Top of the key to the right elbow. Slipped. Able to get the ball to Gwynna, who also avoided traveling. Entry pass to St. Clair. St. Clair to Gwynna. Gavin Romer down low. He's a little bit too deep under the basket. So here's Finn McFadden for 3. No good. Rebound skied for from Hollingshead. Back out to Gwena. He'll try again from downtown. That's good. Quincy Gwena, good to have him back. He was injured. Missed, I think, a total of 2 games. Injured in a Pinedale home game. Testing my memory there, but I want to say that's when that occurred. A lower body injury. Missed a couple of weeks. Back with the team now, so just in time for regionals. Everybody is healthy for the Lander Tiger boys team. Here's an answer 3 from the right side that's no good, and the rebound is pulled in by Gavin Romer. Tigers with a 3-point lead, trying to add on to it. McFadden to Gwena. Gwena thought about the same shot from the same spot, but instead skips it to Hollingshead. Entry pass to St. Clair is tied up. Got it to Pax. Hollingshead for 3, no good. He was open. 5.5 to go in the first half. Tigers by 3, Lyman basketball. Lyman runs their offense from outside in. Ball is tipped away. Gavin Romer with a steal. There's Noah St. Clair pushing it the other way to Gwena. Gwena back to St. Clair, diving in from the left elbow. Hangs, is fouled, couldn't get it to go. But you got a couple of free throws on the way from Noah St. Clair. This is the first foul either way for either team in the quarter. Bradshaw picks up his first for the Eagles. St. Clair's first to 2 is no good off the back iron. Peyton Bell's going to check in, so is Iron Eyes. Gavin Romer has his seats, and Finn McFadden has his seats. One more coming up for Noah St. Clair. 5:10 to go in the first half following the second free throw from Noah St. Clair, which is good. Lander with a 4-point lead. Off of the made free throw, Lander sets up their 1-2-2 full court press. Lyman does cross the timeline with it, leading to a trap that nearly leads to a steal from Peyton Bell, but Lyman saves the possession. Ball's at half court, just over the timeline when Lyman finally sets up their possession. Entry pass, 2 of them down low to the right block, leads to a mid-range 2. It's a pretty jump shot from the right baseline for Lyman. Here's Hollingshead in transition then for the Tigers. Some contact, no whistle. Lyman has numbers the other way, 1-on-1. And the finish. Lyman tying things up at 17, erasing real quick a 4-point deficit. 4:29 to go. Peyton Bell with a crossover the top of the key to Rivera Jr., who's also back into the game. That's a lean in from Keaton Iron Eyes, who gets it to go. Against that 1-2-2, Lyman crosses it and avoids trap. Lyman does seem to have a pretty good game plan for that 1-2-2. Quick passing when you're over the timeline is kind of the key to avoid getting yourself in trap trouble there. Into the right corner for the Eagles. Now back up left. Lyman swings it left. Entry pass to the free throw line, and the shot from there is good. Lyman's tied the game at 19. That was a very pretty offensive set possession against Lander's zone defense for Lyman. Hollingshead floats a pass down low to St. Clair, who couldn't corral it, and so out of bounds to Lyman. All tied up at 19. Unfortunately for Lyman, I haven't seen them but once, I think, in a Rollins tournament this year. But if they play like this, I'm not saying they beat a Cody next week, but they could surprise some people in their second or third games, depending on how things go at regionals next week. Tigers have a higher seed than Lyman. Don't know exactly which seed. We'll know that when the brackets come out later on Monday. Entry pass for the Eagles down low again. That's very effective for the Eagles in breaking that zone of Landers. They pass it first to the free throw line, then a pass down to either block has worked really well for Lyman. Something for Lander to adjust to. Peyton Bell with a floater answer down the lane. No good. And pulled down by the Eagles with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Lyman trying to force the issue in transition. The pass into the left corner. And now a skip pass to the right. Extra pass into the lane is going to be stolen away. There is Noah St. Clair to Peyton Bell. Lost the handle and then tied it up. Good job by Peyton Bell to create the jump ball. Lyman basketball, though, with the arrow. 2:50 to go in the first half. It's been a lot more fast-paced than I thought it would be both ways, and a lot closer than I thought it would be, with the Lander Tigers up 21-19. Lyman's had a tough boys season so far. this season, but they are right there with the Tigers in this one. Came to play to Lyman tonight. Lyman with their set half-court offense. Pulling Peyton Bell and the rest of the defenders away just over the timeline. Pass to the big man DeWitt in the right corner. He's actually going to drive that baseline and put up the shot that won't fall. Rebounds. Pulled in by Rivera Jr. in transition. Here is St. Clair, who hangs but can't finish, and an over-the-back call on Keaton Iron Eyes. Timed that jump and the rebound perfectly, just didn't have position. So Iron Eyes picks up his first. That's only foul number 1 for the Tigers on the quarter. See Caleb Larvey back into the game. He will replace Noah St. Clair. Senior night. For those of you that missed the festivities, we did get some good video of that after the girls' game. After this game is done, you can go back to the YouTube channel and watch that, recognizing Lander's boys, 5 seniors, before the start of this one. Upcoming 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lyman with the ball, trailing by 2 points. A clean block down low. That is Noah St. Clair, who turned away Devin Shear. Shear claiming he was fouled. No call on the play. 2-minute mark of the first half. Bell across the timeline. Tiger basketball with a 1-basket game. It's a 2-point lead. Playstead back into the game for the Tigers. Iron Eyes with a pass to Rivera Jr. in the right corner. In and out. Wouldn't fall. Lyman with a rebound. Just across the timeline is Maxfield. Stretching out the Lander zone. Larvey's right up on him just over the timeline, though. Maxfield guarded by Bell. Minute 23 left to go. Lyman's trying to really stretch this Lander defense for an entry pass to the free throw line and then a block, but Lander's not letting them have it so far in this possession. Lyman is still playing catch just over the timeline at the Lander logo at half court. Now they'll try the right corner with a minute to go. Tigers by 2 as Lyman runs their offense. Now get it back up to Shear. 51 seconds remaining. Great set defense from the Tigers on this possession. Lyman just doesn't have any passing lanes. There's an entry pass to the free throw line and a kick out to the corner. Big man DeWitt. High pass to Wyatt, but he corrals it for the Tigers with 36 seconds remaining in the half. Here's a leaner. No bucket, but the foul was called on Iron Eyes.
Tiger foul number 14, Keaton Iron Eyes. Second team foul, second personal. To shoot, Devin Shear.
There's a shooting foul, so Shear's got a couple of free throws on the way. Lyman trails by 2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Now trails by 1. 21-20 after the made free throw. One more coming up for Shear for Lyman. I got to correct my score here. This is my error. It's actually 22-19. Must have got mixed up on crediting a score here, unless they got mixed up the scores table, but I think this is right. 22-19. Lyman on top of Lander. Tiger possession with 25 seconds remaining. Playstead. Entry pass into Rivera Jr. Puts up a high shot from just outside the paint that falls. Pulls the Tigers to within 1. Now I'm seeing 23-21 on the scoreboard. Yeah, after the second made free throw. We got it corrected. 6 seconds remaining. Gwynna down the right side. Pulls a 3 that's good if it goes, but won't. And the horn sounds. Lyman surging back after trailing early in the first quarter to take a halftime lead over the Lander Tigers of 23-21. Recap everything coming up right after this on the Why Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School, halftime of the Lander-Lyman boys game with the Eagles on top of the Tigers 23-21. In the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show, we are joined by LVHS girls head coach Drew Powell after a 40-30 win and closing out the regular season on a positive note. Coach, your reflections on this last stretch of games, which from my standpoint was a real tough schedule for you guys in the last couple of weeks, and then finishing with hopefully some momentum and a positive win.
Yeah, you know, it really came down to just playing hard through all those games. We did play some really tough competition coming down the stretch, but, you know, we just persevered and we lost a couple really close ones, had a tough one in Pinedale, and then tonight just coming in and playing as hard as we could, knowing that they're going to throw some junk stuff at us, and being prepared to, you know, just deal with it and then go find ways to get scores.
Got off to a really fast start, I thought. In fact, most of that first quarter, I'm not sure I could point to anything that I would have done differently. Kind of similar to this boys game where your eyes tell you one thing, it should be a 10-point Lander lead, and Lyman finds a way to climb back and make it a game at halftime.
Yeah, they did. That's just coaching sometimes. We had some turnovers that were maybe unwarranted, and then just, you know, continuing to stay in them defensively. I think we had a couple breakdowns where they got some back doors and maybe a couple offensive rebounds that, you know, if we can diminish those, it is a 10-point lead going into that second quarter.
The regional tournament right here at LVHS you guys are hosting this year. A couple of aspects on that. First, where do you think the team is at this point heading into any regional tournament? And is there anything different about hosting the tournament here?
I think hosting the tournament here is huge because you get to sleep in your own bed, eat a little bit better meals, maybe get a little bit better rest. I think we're going to end up playing Powell first round, which I think is a team that we can beat, and then just getting our girls healthy. We've been kind of battling some sickness for the last 2 weeks, so if we could get healthy before next Thursday, that would be a really big win for us.
Powell team that you just saw last week, too, so be fresh in your minds. All right, Coach, we'll see you next week. Looking forward to regionals. Appreciate the time.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Joined by Lander Valley girls head varsity coach Drew Powell following his team's 40-30 victory earlier this evening. This is the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show. I think you may have been able to see the Tiny Dance team perform while we listened to head coach Drew Powell. Hopefully that was the case. I always like to showcase some of the extracurricular activities around the games. But this is the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. So again, very similar trajectory, I thought, from the girls' game to the boys' game. And usually, I mean, the game's two totally different teams that usually have nothing in common. But just so happened that Lander was out to a real strong start on the girls' game, led 7-0 in that game at one point. I thought outplayed the Eagles, and then Lyman just made shots when they had to, and it was a 2-point game at halftime. Eventually, the Lander girls able to come on strong in the third quarter and put away Lyman for the victory, and that's going to be the model, the exact same thing that the Lander boys are going to want to do, except they are going to be trailing as the third quarter starts with a 23-21 halftime score. We're going to step aside, take a break, come back, and continue on the Y. Buckle Up for Life halftime show right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we've got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139. For personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOVE 1330 AM 1077 FM.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School, ready for half number 2 between Lander and the Lyman, with the Lyman Eagles on top of the Tigers 23-21 at half. This has been the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show. YDOT reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Ready to go here in quarter number 3. Lyman on top of the Tigers by 2. Lyman beat the Tigers out of the locker room by about a minute. And the Tigers followed soon after. Tigers ready to go. Lyman now on the floor. Third quarter action set to go. I think Lyman doing a great job in that first half. They have struggled this season on the boys' side, but starting the second half with a 2-point lead over the Tigers. It's Peyton Bell. Let's see what we have starting the game. This is the original senior starting 5. All 5 Lander seniors who started this game on senior night are back there on the floor. In the first quarter, they stayed on the floor for a good 4 minutes at least as the starting 5 unit. Very efficiently and effectively, too. See how long the senior starting 5 stays on the floor. Bell, Playstead, Rivera Jr., Iron Eyes, and Caleb Larby on the floor now for Lander. Still Tiger possession as they play catch up top between Bell and Rivera Jr. Caleb Larby under the basket, had the ball knocked away. Some contact under the hoop, but no call. The first possession for the Tigers is an empty one. Lyman basketball. Into the right corner. It's DeWitt who saves it for the Eagles. Back right side to Smith, and that ball is put away. Lyman Eagles with the first points of the third quarter. So it's 25-21. Lander works with Rivera Jr., who picks up his dribble at the top of the key to Iron Eyes in the paints. Rivera Jr. spots a 3 just off left. And the rebound fought for by Caleb Larby, who rips it away. Caleb with a putback that won't go. Rimmed around the front of the rim and out. Here comes Lyman in transition. Able to save the dribble as Bradshaw gets it back up top to the big man DeWitt. DeWitt to Wyatt. Wyatt guarded by Bell. 6:33 to go. Lander looking for their first score of the third quarter. It's going to have to wait as Lyman adds on to their lead, 27-21 with a mid-range 2 from the left baseline. There's Bell to Rivera Jr. and Iron Eyes now at the left elbow. Back to Peyton Bell. Peyton Bell is ISO up there, so he dribbles to the free throw line. Nice dump off to Iron Eyes, who was fouled, couldn't get it to go. A couple of free throws for Keaton Iron Eyes. It was a very pretty no-look pass from Peyton Bell driving in. Everybody who plays Bell knows he's fearless. And despite what he may give up in height, he finds a way with an arm angle and spin off the glass to make just impossible-looking shots. So you have to respect that. Double team converged on Bell, and he no-looked to Iron Eyes, who made the first of 2 free throws. Caleb Larby has a seat, so we'll see St. Clair into the game for Lander. Second free throw from Iron Eyes is also good. Lander's first couple of points bring them back to within 4. 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Lyman with the ball and up 27-23 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Ball is out of bounds. Officials look at one another, and then after giving the ball to Lyman, give the ball to Lander. Appeared to be the correct call from up here. Peyton Bell across the timeline then for the Tigers to Rivera on the right side. Stretching out the defense. Now to Bell. Thought about a 3, but is double teamed, so pass back to Rivera. Rivera and Bell play catch up top to Rivera. Entry pass to St. Clair in the lane to the left block. A foul before the shot. This should be on DeWitt, I believe. Nope, that's Aiden Wyatt. Picking up his second for Lyman. No team fouls in the quarter for the Tigers. Lyman has 2. Bell to Playstead for 3 in the right corner is good. Big bucket for the Lander Tigers. Senior Porter Playstead coming through in the third quarter on senior night. Tigers back to within 1. 27-26, Lyman lead and the basketball. 5:25 to go in the third. Around the horn and then entry pass down low. Lyman can't finish with DeWitt, but the ball finds its way to a teammate anyway, so Lyman possession remains. Long 2 on the baseline with a pretty shot. Lyman back on top by 3. That was Bradshaw with a tough angle. No backboard on that baseline shot. 5-minute mark of the third. Tigers with the ball trailing 3. Peyton Bell to Rivera. And then Porter Playstead. Playstead, entry pass to Iron Eyes at the left elbow. Rivera Jr. spots a 3, down and out, but the offensive rebound from St. Clair in the putback. Noah St. Clair is an all-around good player, has the size and aggression to battle inside, great rebounder, as well as an offensive scoring threat. Floater in the lane is good for Lyman, and there's a foul on top of it. It's going to end up being Jevin Maxfield with a leaner, and he's fouled, so he's got a free throw as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Lyman has done this. I've only, again, seen Lyman once at a tournament in Rollins this season. But this has got to be among their best games. Tough year on the score sheet, having won a single conference game heading into the week. They're giving Lander all they want right now. Up by 3 and now up by 4 with a free throw. 32-28 Eagles. No pressure as St. Clair inbounds to Peyton Bell. Full court. Bell starts on the right side. You have Finn McFadden back into the game who gave it back to Bell for 3. That's no good. Here comes Lyman with numbers in transition and the layup finish. Fortuitous rebound for Lyman. Leads to points. Porter Playstead to McFadden. And now Iron Eyes on the left block. Leans in. That one's no good. Lander having a tough time finding the offense, and Lyman's trying to capitalize. Up 34-28 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Entry pass down low to Shear. Shear is guarded there by St. Clair. A skip pass to the other end is Wyatt. Hayden Wyatt back up top to Jackson. Long 3 from Hayden Jackson, no good. Rebound pulled in by Iron Eyes. And Lander the other way with Finn McFadden. McFadden to Iron Eyes, driving the paint. Left hand, too short. Tough shot there. The Lyman player almost dragged his pivot foot in Shear, but was not called for the travel. It's going to be a turnover anyway at the other end as the long pass down the floor goes out of bounds back to the Tigers. 3:11 to go. Finn McFadden will sit, and Lander's big man, Gavin Romer, is checked back into the game. We have a timeout. That was taken by Lyman. We will step aside and take that timeout with them. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Rehab's founding principle on you is evident from your first visit to the last. Our practice model ensures treatment as you deserve, a private one-on-one session with a licensed therapist the entire visit, every visit. All therapists hold advanced credentialing, including 2 certified hand therapists, an orthopedic clinical specialist, an MDT therapist, as well as pelvic floor and pregnancy rehab offerings. With over 100 years of combined experience between our 7 clinicians, Elevate is your ticket to health. Find us in Lander or DuBois and visit our website or Facebook page. Choose Elevate Rehab to elevate your outcomes.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
It's the Lyman Eagles on top of the Lander boys, 34-28 with 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Lander basketball following the Lyman timeouts. Tigers work their offense down low to Romer. A little bit too far away for Romer's liking, so back up top to St. Clair. Peyton Bell thought about a three, drives in. No look to Romer. Romer pumps, puts it up, and finishes. Gavin Romer with a nice finish to that play. Good pass by Peyton Bell with the assist. Lander cuts it to 4. Appreciate those of you watching on the YouTube channel. Feel free and jump into the comment section with a shout-out. Appreciate Charles. Your thoughts there. We do love providing the streams for you. Got a foul on the next possession that's going to be called on Noah St. Clair of the Tigers. It was a shooting foul, so a couple of free throws are on the way for Devin Shear. Also, thanks to our sponsors of the broadcast, of which we have 20 or so local businesses that make these broadcasts and streams possible all season long. First free throw is no good. This is probably a good time to mention that due to state high school regulations, this will be the last video game we can bring you. Postseason video coverage is not allowed, as the second free throw is also no good. Rebound taken away by Finn McFadden for the Tigers. But we will have radio and audio broadcasts for you. No, that's frustrating, totally out of our hands. No video streaming allowed in postseason games. So next week, I'll have the call for you, audio only. Feed into Gavin Romer, who is fouled, putting up a shot from the right block. He's got a couple of free throws coming. Romer with a chance to cut it to 2. That is Lyman team foul number 3 with 2:14 to go in the quarter, so they have one more to give before a double bonus. Gavin Romer's first free throw. No good off the glass. One more to come. Romer, a junior. He and his football lineman size will be back for Lander next year. Missed all the last basketball season due to injury. Second free throw is no good as well, but the Tigers certainly enjoy his size. It's a real advantage over most teams that Lander plays during the course of a year. He's worked really hard with the coaching staff on several aspects of his game. Fun to watch him develop as a post player for the Tigers. Speaking of post players, it's DeWitt for Lyman. Gets the ball inside, dribbled off his feet, and here's Bell in transition. Puts up a shot. Somehow he got that toward the rim. It actually almost went in. Drew the foul, and so a couple of free throws on the way for Peyton Bell. Lander trailing by 4 pending these 2 free throws with 1:47 to go in the third quarter. Bell's first free throw is no good. Front, back, front, and out. Shot missed by about 1.5 inches. But the lead for Lyman remains 4. Second free throw from Bell is good. Timeout taken by Stu Mullins and the Lander bench. We'll keep it right here. Speaking of those great sponsors that support our broadcasts all season long, among them Myers Gambles on Main Street in Lander, excited to cheer on our student athletes. Gambles has winning deals. Remember, delivery is free within 30 miles of the store. That includes Riverton. I own a washer and dryer from Gambles I'm very happy with. Almost as happy that they brought it to my house and installed it for me. I have to tell you, that's pretty nice. All the way across the county. So turn around, shop in town at Myers Gambles on Main Street in Lander. They are a great supporter, as are so many businesses of Lander Tiger Athletics. Out of the Lander timeouts, the Tigers trailing 34-31 with 1:47 to go in the third quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Will be Lyman basketball going full court against the 1-2-2 full court press. I'm sure this is part of the reason that Coach Mullins decided to take that timeout, chance to set up that press. Lyman passes across half court and breaks it with DeWitt. Down the floor, leans into Romer. Just a touch of contact, no call, good no call, but no good. The other way goes Finn McFadden, who hangs, wheels, and drops one in to bring the Tigers within 1. This body control in the air from Finn McFadden, and it's 34-33 Lyman. Eagles have the basketball with 1:16 to go in the third. High away from the play for Lyman is Wyatt. Now left side to Smith. Smith pulls up for a 2. That's a 2. No good. Rebound from Finn McFadden for the Tigers. Here comes Finn in transition. Pulls up, gets to St. Clair, and now Gavin Romer drives to the right baseline, spins out. Noah St. Clair, open 3, right wing is good. Lander has the lead, 36-34 with 43 seconds remaining in the quarter. Against that full court pressure, Lyman's done a great job against that press all night long. DeWitt able to break it. 32 seconds remaining. Finn McFadden is guarding Wyatt up top. Wyatt passes to his right, that's Maxfield, and then Wyatt gets it back. McFadden is screens. Wyatt had to pick up his dribble with help from St. Clair defensively. Spot 3, top of the key from Maxfield is no good. Nice skying rebound from Noah St. Clair, and there's 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bell for Iron Eyes, 3 in the corner is no good. Rebound to Bell, 4 seconds. Bell leans in, is fouled. They're going to give Bell free throws with 2.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lander, 2-point lead. They retook it. Took them almost all quarter as Lyman hung in. But Lander does have the lead back with a chance to add on to it with 2.8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Peyton Bell with 2 free throws on the way. First one from Bell is good. Tigers by 3 with the second Bell free throw on the way. That is good. 3 seconds remain, 2.7 on the clock. Lyman does cross the timeline, but will not get a shot off before expiration of the third quarter. So after 3, Lander takes the lead back, but it's only 4. 38-34 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Back after this with the final quarter of the regular season next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
On Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
At Redden Kane & Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Quarter number 4 from Lander Valley High School, Lyman basketball. The Eagles trail the Lander Tiger boys team by 4 in the regular season finale. Regional basketball tournament hosted in Lander this year will get underway next Thursday as DeWitt leans in for a 2. Cuts the Lander advantage to 2 points. Iron Eyes spinning on the baseline. Had it stolen away. Got it back. Iron Eyes collects off the glass and finishes. Lander lead back up to 4. Into the full court 1-2-2 press of the Lander Tigers. I have to say, Lyman has done as well against that 1-2-2 of Landers as any team I've seen this year. They had a great plan for it coming in. Leaner on the left block is no good. Iron Eyes comes away with a rebound for the Tigers. With 7:12 remaining in the game, Lander has the ball and a 4-point lead. Iron Eyes to the left elbow behind the back to Paxton Hollingshead to finish the play for 3. Roof would have come off the gym had he made that with a nice behind the back pass. The extra to Pax. But Pax was off on the 3-pointer. Pretty play. Good for no points though. Steal from Bell. Bell had his pass knocked away, so it's back to Lyman. Bell is still chasing it down into the corner. Lyman still has possession with DeWitt. Now a 3 in the right corner for Lyman is good. Wow. As entertaining as 60 seconds of high school basketball as you'll see, it might be set for a fun finish in the regular season finale. This game doesn't matter really for seeding next week, but both teams are going to want momentum heading into the regional tournament, obviously, as Lander runs their offense to Iron Eyes, who threw the ball away, trying to skip it from left to right. Stolen away by Lyman, so the Eagles set up their offense to 1-point game. Tigers 40, Lyman 39. 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Backdoor pass down low, well defended by Quincy Gwinna. Out of bounds off of Gwinna, but Lyman's going to have to inbound. So McFadden and Romer are back in the game. They will spell Iron Eyes and Gwinna. Gwinna is wearing some kind of leg brace on that knee that he injured a couple of weeks ago, missed a couple of games. Shot in the paint off of the inbound gives Lyman the lead, 41-40. Tigers in transition with Noah St. Clair, who hangs in the air, draws the contact, and finishes the play. Lander takes it back 4 seconds after giving up the lead. They now lead by 1 to the Tigers, 42-41 with 5:50 remaining in the game. First foul either way the fourth quarter. It's going to be personal foul number 2 on Maxfield of Lyman. The bonus free throw is good. Lander by 2. Lyman into that full court press. The 2-2-1. They break it again with DeWitt, who lobs a pass down low for Bradshaw, who somehow saves it. Pass was a little bit too hard, too high. DeWitt drives in, can't finish. St. Clair in transition with numbers if the Tigers hurry. It's bounced pass to Hollingshead, who hangs in the paint and gets it to go. Paxton Hollingshead gives Lander a 4-point lead with 5:17 to go. Lyman trying to hurry with numbers. Driving in on Gavin Romer and thinking better of it is Dallin Bradshaw. And Wyatt up top for Lyman says, let's settle down and run a play. Foul's going to be called down low, I think, on Romer, who was defending a driving Eagles player. I've been wrong on fouls all night. I should just stop predicting him. That's Noah St. Clair picking up his 3rd. So the only Tiger in real foul trouble at all is St. Clair with 3 fouls. Clean block, though, from St. Clair on the inbounds. Second chance for Lyman is up and good. Bradshaw, nice finish to the play for the Eagles. Here's a 3 from Peyton Bell. He's due, but he can't hit that one either. A 41% three-point shooter on the season. Hasn't made one yet tonight. And at the other end, drawing a foul and some free throws is Aiden Wyatt for Lyman. So it's 2-point Tiger lead, but 2 free throws are on the way for the Eagles with 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. First free throw is too short, no good. One more coming. Second Lyman free throw is good, though, and it's 45-44 Lander. 4:40 left to go in regulation, dare I say. Finn McFadden and Bell up top. Peyton Bell toward the right side, back to McFadden on the left. McFadden hesitates to the top of the key to Bell. To his right. Gavin Romer, right elbow, had the ball stolen away, but they're going to call a foul on a reach-in on Shear. Didn't see any arm contact from up here, but we are way up here. Officials are much closer, so that's personal foul number 1 on Hayden Jackson, actually, with 4:22 to go. 2 team fouls apiece with 4:20 to go in the game. Swing from Bell down to Romer. Romer back to Bell, drives in, hangs against a double team, no good. And here comes Lyman in transition. 2-on-2 the other way. Bell with a good job getting back, and a travel forced by Peyton Bell on defense. Lyman's going to take a timeout. A timeout mostly taken so that head coach Barry Hill of Lyman can have a word with the officials. So, quick timeout. Chance to remind you that Perfect Power Electric in Lander is a proud supporter of our athletes on and off the court. Give Perfect Power a call today for all your electric needs at 71-84. Turnover is going to stand. It was a travel called against Lyman in transition, so out of the Lyman timeout, Lander will have the basketball. Tigers lead by 1, 45-44. Stay tuned for the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Expecting comments from head coach Stu Mullins, who was recognized before this game for climbing another notch on the Lander Tigers basketball all-time win list. Tiger basketball with Peyton Bell uncontested across the timeline. Bell starts left to Finn McFadden. Bell, the entry pass to Romer, extra pass to Iron Eyes, back to Romer, leans in, finishes. Gavin Romer with a big bucket. Tiger lead is now 3 against the 1-2-2. Noah St. Clair with a steal, some contact there, but no call. Noah with a left hand is no good. And now Lyman looks to take advantage in transition. This will be an easy layup finish at the other end for the Eagles, and Shear. Tiger basketball with Bell just inside the three-point line to Finn McFadden, who was doubled. Extra pass to Romer, briefly tipped away, so outside left to St. Clair. St. Clair with a bounce pass into Romer, who is immediately double-teamed again. Ball tipped out of bounds by Lyman's Dallin Bradshaw, and so Lander to inbound. Down to the wire we go. Hang on. It's got that sense to it. Fun finish coming up from LVHS. Lyman has done a great job of hanging with the Tigers. They've not had similar seasons. It's just been a rough year for the Lyman boys, but they showed up in Lander tonight. Tigers by 1, 3:13 to go in the game. Finn McFadden to St. Clair and then back to McFadden. Skip pass to nobody. I think that was intended for Bell and it got away from McFadden. Might have slipped, or he might have been expecting Bell to be somewhere else, a little bit more to the corner, but a turnover back to the Eagles. But it's stolen by Finn McFadden on the inbound, so he makes up for it. Finn finishes the play, and Lander leads by 3. Lyman across the timeline with DeWitt, and now up top. And now the right corner. 2:44 to go in the fourth quarter as Lyman works their perimeter. Trying to open up a passing lane. Down low is Hayden Jackson. Jackson bounce passes to his left. Not sure that was supposed to be a bounce pass. But Lyman plays on. Entry pass well defended by Romer down low. And so Lyman settles for a 3 that hits. Tie basketball game. Lyman timeout to preserve some of that momentum. And the Eagles are right there with the Tigers. We are all tied up. 49 all. Back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Who is RE/MAX All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with RE/MAX All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit remaxriverton.com.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School, where we have unofficially started the month of March early. The way this game has gone, been nothing but mayhem. And it has every indication of being a fun game down the stretch. Both these teams trying to win their regular season finale. With the Lander and Lyman tied at 49. Tiger basketball with Finn McFadden up top. Gives to Bell. Plays catch with McFadden back toward the left side. Now to St. Clair. Bounce pass down to Iron Eyes. Back to St. Clair. Swung back to McFadden at the top of the key. Gathers the handle against a double team to Bell. Now Romer down low. Right block is blocked. You got to get up in the air to block Gavin Romer clean like that. Still tied at 49 with a minute 51 to go. Lyman basketball. Eagles trying to take another lead in this game. It is Hayden Jackson playing away with Bradshaw. And now DeWitt. DeWitt with the entry pass into the lane. Shot is up from the left side and good. Lyman does take that 51-49 lead. Minute 27 left as Peyton Bell to St. Clair. Left side, back to Bell on the right. Bell driving into the free throw line. Left elbow, now backs out. Bell circles around to Finn McFadden with a minute 15, now 14 seconds remaining. It's a minute 14. Lean in from St. Clair. Got it to go. Count it and one. There's an answer from Lander. And Noah St. Clair with a chance to retake the lead at the free throw line. Student section gives a quick Noah St. Clair chance as Noah drops the free throw. Lander Tigers take a momentum-preserving timeout, and we'll take it with them back for the finale right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
One minute, 10 seconds remaining in regulation from Lander Valley High School. The Lander Tigers trying to fend off the Lyman Eagles. Tigers on top 52-51 in the regular season finale. Lander just getting a three-point play the old-fashioned way from Noah St. Clair and then taking a timeout themselves. Lyman will have the inbound full court against Lander's pressure with a minute 10 remaining. And the Eagles trail by one. Lyman's been great against this Lander full court pressure so far today, and they break it again. Into the front court. Under a minute to go. Lyman works around the perimeter. So we sheer up top. Thought about going right. Instead hands it back to Wyatt. 47 seconds remaining. Wyatt with his back to Bell. Now a pass and a handoff as Lyman weaves up top. Now a drive in on the left side. Well defended by Finn McFadden. 35 seconds remaining. A backdoor cut to Devin Shear. Goes up and hits. Lyman by one. Tigers with 24 seconds remaining. Iron Eyes left corner and the timeout's taken by Lander. We're going to keep it right here for the remaining 21.7. Glad to have you with us in the fourth quarter of an exciting regular season finale. Lander boys trying to close out the sweep as the Lander girls got a 40-30 victory in the first game of our Lander-Lyman doubleheader. Lyman's going to send two fresh subs in. Lander's going to remain with the five that they have on the floor, it would appear right now. Head coach Mullins is a coach that likes to hold for one at the end of quarters. But right now, the Tigers are trailing by one. So I think you draw up a play that you want to run and hold for one and go for the win. This is not a game that matters in terms of seeding for either of these teams. Starting postseason play next week, that's pretty much set. Lyman's going to have to play a really good team in the first round. Lander's going to have more of a top-tier seed, regardless of what happens here. But we'll see how head coach Mullins and Lander want to treat this. Lander to inbound out of the Tiger timeout. Lander trails by one, 21.7 seconds remaining in regulation. It is Bell doing the inbounding. Gets it up to St. Clair. Back to Bell. Puts it up and in. Forget holding for one. Lander has a 1-point lead with 16 seconds remaining. 14 seconds. Now 12. Lyman gets across half court, and now the Eagles have to take a timeout. Well, that's why I'm in the broadcast booth and head coach Mullins is on the bench. There was no thought of holding for one. It was the opposite. It was a quick score and then put the pressure defensively back on Lyman as St. Clair inbounded to Bell, who found a great angle right under the basket, put it in, and forcing Lyman to take a timeout. They're still going to have to go 3/4 of the court, Lyman is. The inbound, as you see on the screen right in front of the student section, isn't quite 3/4, but it's a good 10 feet over half court that Lyman's going to have to deal with 10.1 seconds remaining in regulation. And the Tigers leading by 1. That was a great play call from head coach Stu Mullins on the inbound. Kind of going against your own tendency there. It's if you watch the Tigers, both teams, boys and girls, but they like to hold for one at the end of quarters, and there's every temptation to kind of be conservative, drop a fancy play, and milk the clock and shoot for the win. Stu Mullins kind of went against his own tendency, coaching-wise there, and instead sent Peyton Bell right under the basket to get the inbound and put it in. Like a second and a half went off the clock, and before Lyman knows what's happening, there's 10 seconds left, and they have to score. Lyman called the timeout. They have the basketball. They're going to have to inbound in front of a rowdy student section and go just about 3/4 of the court down the floor. Lander in their full court defense. Here's the inbounds with 8 seconds remaining. And a foul is called on Peyton Bell across the timeline. That's not a bad foul. It effectively takes about 4.5 seconds off the clock and forces Lyman to reset and do it again. Bell with an aggressive defensive play, and again, now Lyman has to regroup with 6.8 seconds remaining. Lyman on the inbound, trailing by a point, 6.8 on the clock. Bounce passes to DeWitt, 5 seconds remaining, and now a 5-second call. There's a 5-second call, I think, on Lyman, a turnover regardless, and Lander takes a timeout with 4.9 remaining. Keep it right here for this full timeout. I didn't see any travel indication. I thought that's what I heard the PA announcer say. If it was a 5-second call, it was really late. But a turnover on the sideline regardless. And now, Lyman's going to have to foul Lander as they inbound. It's interesting here. Lyman has plenty of time. Well, I'll tell you what, they don't have plenty of time because Lander still has a foul to give. Both teams have 3 fouls. So Lander's going to be able to inbound the ball. Lyman's going to go for a clean steal first, and barring that, they'll go for a foul. But that will still be Lander basketball, and some time will have come off of the 4.9 seconds on the clock. If Lander does this right, they can end the game on the inbound. Tigers up by 1 as Lander inbounds following the Lyman turnover. 4.9 on the clock. It's Iron Eyes doing the inbounding. Bell is there along with St. Clair for the Tigers. Lander hanging on to a 1-point, 54-53 lead. It is St. Clair inbounding, St. Clair on the inbound and a quick foul, exactly 1 second off of the clock. But as we just mentioned, Lyman's going to have to do that again to stop the clock. Lyman with 4 fouls. That was their last to give. So Lander inbounds again with Iron Eyes to St. Clair. St. Clair immediately fouled with 3.2 on the clock, and free throws coming for Noah St. Clair. I would never suggest this in a high school game, but in this situation, I might intentionally miss the second free throw. As St. Clair's first free throw is good. Tigers by 2. Missing this, now it has to hit the rim. The shot has to hit the rim, but that forces Lyman to take just an extra second or two actually rebounding the ball, and they can't just throw it in. On a make, Lyman has already called for a timeout. Second free throw from St. Clair is no good. The ball is free. It is out of bounds with 1.4 seconds left, and it's to Lander. Nope, it's to Lyman. It's to Lyman with 1.4. The initial indication was Tiger basketball. Lyman takes a timeout with 1.4 seconds left on the clock, and it's a 2-point Lander lead. We'll again keep it right here for the timeouts. So I'm not sure it was an intentional miss there by Noah St. Clair, and I would never suggest that to a high school player in a game like this. But it effectively forces Lyman to come away with a rebound. Clock doesn't start until player touches the ball, but it's a lot simpler to get down the floor quickly off of an inbound full court than it is to try to figure out who has the ball, where you are on the floor, where they are on the floor, and try to get a shot up with such little time remaining. So that ended up happening anyway. The ball just happened to go out of bounds, which was a tough break for the Tigers. Eventually it was given to Lyman by the officials, and so 1.4 are on the clock. Lyman's going to have to inbound clean, probably off of a screen here, and throw up what's going to have to be about a half-court shot, which would be a game-winning shot if they got it off in time and went in. Lyman on the inbound to half-court. Here's a little hook and ladder. Three is good if it goes. No, it's a travel. It's a travel, and the game is over. The shot was let go in time, but there was a travel on kind of what was the hook and ladder play, to use a football analogy, where the ball's inbounded to half court and then handed off, but the shooter took an extra step, and so that's going to be the end of the game. With your final score, Lander Tigers 55, Lyman Eagles 53. Both Lander teams, the girls and the boys, and the regular season on a victory over Lyman, with regional play and the postseason starting right here at LVHS next Thursday. Step aside. Stay tuned for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show coming up right after this. We'll chat with head coach Stu Mullins next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
And welcome back inside Lander Valley High School one more time as the Lander Valley boys basketball team victorious over the Lyman Eagles by a final score of 55-53 in a game that went right down to the wire. This is the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show, proud supporter of our local athletes, our Bailey Tire and Auto. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. Well, on paper heading into tonight, our first game, the girls' game between Lander and Lyman, appeared to be the more even matchup, and it was throughout the first half of the game. Lander out to a 7-0 lead in the girls' game early, only to have Lyman claw back into the game to a draw within 2 at halftime. Then the LVHS girls pulled away in the second half for a 40-30 victory in our first game. Kind of a similar trajectory in the boys' game, which you don't usually see, in that Lander on the boys' game appeared to be doing just about everything right in the first quarter, and then Lyman hit shots when they had to. They surged in the second quarter, and the Eagles, who have won only a single conference game on the year heading into this final week of the regular season, actually had a 2-point lead at halftime. You thought Lander might have a chance to pull away as they led by as many as 5 points in the third quarter, but credit the Lyman Eagles, who gave Lander all that they were looking for tonight. They stayed with LVHS all the way through the third quarter, and then obviously we went down the stretch to a very fun final 30 seconds or 60 seconds of this game, where it appeared that each team 2 different times would have an opportunity to win the game. It just came down to who had the ball with how much time left. Lyman had to inbound with 1.4 seconds remaining on the clock, as it turned out, after Lander took the lead on a Peyton Bell inbounds play with about 20 seconds remaining. Lander, this broadcaster anyway, thought that Lander might hold for the last shot and go for the win. But head coach Stu Mullins had a better idea, and a quick score on the inbound from Peyton Bell put all the offensive pressure to take the lead at the very end of the game back on the Lyman Eagles. And they were unable to make a last-second buzzer beater. Shot didn't go anyway, but a travel was called on what I can only describe as a hook and ladder play, where the Lyman player inbounds to half court, and then kind of a runner along the side gets sort of a handoff. He did not dribble, and so was called for a travel. Shot didn't go from just beyond half court anyway, so the Lander Tigers victorious at the very end of the game with a final score of 55-53. Shortly, we should be joined by head coach Stu Mullins as the Lander Tigers wrap up their regular season on a serious win streak. I think we're up to 5 games in a row now for the Lander boys, if I have that right, benefiting from playing the right part of the schedule at the right time, and now the Lander Tigers after suffering a lot of injuries earlier on in the season, all the way back to pre-Christmas in the tournament. They got Peyton Bell after January 1st. They have Finn McFadden back from a lengthy injury. They have Quincy Gweno, who didn't play a ton of minutes tonight, but is back from a lower body injury. And so with regionals coming up next Friday, all of the Lander Tigers are healthy, and the Tigers are going to have a relatively high seed when those brackets come out on the boys' side on Monday. And then we'll get going with regional basketball tournaments right here at LVHS. Lander hosts that tournament this year, coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. One more break, step aside, come back after this on the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Boyle Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered. At Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School one more time as the Lander Tiger boys team finishes out the regular season with a 55-53 victory over Lyman. We're joined on what was senior night by one of 5 seniors on the LVHS boys team, Theodore Rivera Jr. First of all, good game, fun to watch. You guys got the win.
Thank you.
A lot of basketball left to play. Regionals right here on Thursday, but on senior night, just want you to reflect if any of it's sunk in yet on your career here at LVHS and senior night, kind of what's going through your mind when you play, not your last game here on this floor, but your last regular season game.
I mean, yeah, it feels like almost like a delusion knowing that, I've been playing this game ever since I was just real young, and, and I've been playing with all these seniors since we were really young too. So, sharing that special moment with them was just very something special. And so in my mind, when I first got in, I was like, I'm a little nervous, but, once I got on that court, just like I've been doing for years. And when I was just a kid, just go out there and try to hoop and, been in a shooting slump, but, I just try to get things going just for my teammates, not just for me.
Been fun to watch all year. Usually, traditionally coming off the bench, you started that starting 5 senior lineup, and I think we're in for like the first 4 minutes of the game, and you guys were as effective as any other starting lineup, but you probably won't have that starting 5 at regional play next week, so kind of a special thing that you get to start with all your fellow seniors.
Yeah, it was definitely special, just taking the floor again with, the team that I've been playing since freshman year, and we've always had a special bond, and just like that, chemistry is the best part of it. When we were out there, even though if nothing was falling, we still had that chemistry of like where the guy's going to go or whatever.
Very cool. Coach probably doesn't care, but I want to ask a player about these jerseys.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these before. Have you guys worn these before? These are really sharp.
Well, here's the funny part is we got these with our new ones. We got white and black, and then we got these green ones, but no one ever wanted to wear them because we didn't have green undershirts.
Yeah.
And so then Coach decided to get us, he bought all of us some green undershirts so we can rock them.
That's very cool. Very sharp, kind of an old school Celtics kind of a thing. I like the valley across the front.
Oh, yeah.
Theodore Rivera Jr. here on the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show on senior night. So the good news is you are going to play more basketball on this floor with regionals coming up next week. Where do you think you guys are heading into the postseason tournament?
I think I have a good feeling for sure. As long as we just keep a solid head, and just like tonight, some of us did have some jitters, but we stuck together, and that's the thing with this team is that we have a bond and we just have that chemistry together, and all of us are just leaders, and we try to help each other up. Even if one of us has a bad game or one of us is down, we're always trying to pick each other up and pick ourselves up so we can be there for our team and for our coaches.
That's been true of your team for a tenure here, and it's fun to watch. So go get them next week, and hopefully the road to Casper starts next Thursday. But Theodore Rivera Jr., thanks for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congrats, man. One of 5 seniors for the Lander Valley High School starting boys basketball team, Theodore Rivera Jr., joining us here on the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. We'll also get comments from LVHS boys head coach Stu Mullins coming up momentarily as he makes his way over to us shortly. Yeah, regional basketball coming up next week. And for those of you in town, I would encourage you to check out those brackets. And as much as I like to have you in the audience, here on 1330 KOVE. We will not have video next week because it's not allowed in the postseason, but we will have radio and audio coverage. As much as I love to have you listening next week, come on out and make some noise. Let's create a home field advantage for both the Lander boys and girls teams. It's not very often that you're able to host regionals at your venue. And as was pointed out by girls head coach Drew Powell, it's huge from just a logistics standpoint because there's no bus ride, there's no 2-night hotel stays where the kids are hanging out in the room for most of the day and then have to go play a game. It's being able to eat and sleep and be around friends and family at home and then head to the gym just like any other home game. But there is an opportunity for Lander fans to create a big home court advantage for the Tigers, both the boys and the girls teams next week. So I would encourage you to come out. There will be an admission charge for that. I want to say it's $3 or something like that, but well worth coming out to cheer on 2 special teams, the LVHS girls and the Lander High School boys, featuring 5 seniors who were recognized earlier this evening on senior night prior to Lander's 55-53 victory over Lyman. And again, earlier tonight, Lander girls with a 40-30 victory, needed win for the Lander girls. So we will keep it right here until we're able to be joined by head coach Stu Mullins, who is on his way over to us right now.
Head coach Stu Mullins on the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show following a 55-53 victory of the Lander boys over the Lyman Eagles. Coach, I want to get out of the way. I'm sure you'll shake it off, but congratulations on climbing up the all-time Lander coaching leaderboard. Well deserved, and here's to many more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm kind of ready to move on. I appreciate it, and again, I'll go back to, we've had really good kids, really, really good kids, really talented kids, and that buy in and play a lot. We spend a lot of time in the summer with them. The gym is always open, and they like each other, and they like us, and our families are great. They allow us to just coach. Our administration is great, and so it just doesn't happen very often like that, especially this day and age. And so I consider myself very, very lucky, to be the coach of this program, and as long as all of those things stay in place, I'll enjoy doing it. So I appreciate that.
All right, we'll hold you to it. on senior night, the 5 seniors that were recognized here tonight, started them all in the starting lineup. As you just kind of alluded to, this is a team where when someone's not playing their best, someone else or 2 other players are there to lift them up, and they seem to genuinely like each other. That senior starting 5 actually held up pretty well to start the first quarter.
Yeah, they did. I probably let them go maybe a minute or 2 longer than they should have, but I wanted to do that, and I was super proud of them. And a couple of those shots, I mean, it wasn't for a lack of good shots. I think they could have probably blown the doors open there if a couple of those go. And but yeah, anytime you kind of tinker with the starting lineup, or senior night's tricky always.
Yeah.
And I don't care though. I want those kids. They've earned it. They can go play, and I want what a special night. I mean, for their families to be here and to support them, and to have probably the biggest crowd that we've had all year. And I mean, it was a truly special night.
We heard from a lot of extended friends and family watching in other parts of the country too, chiming in on what was a really cool ceremony and a special night. I've only seen Lyman in person once before tonight this year, but it's got to be one of the better games that they've played. They really hung with you guys as you tried to pull away in the second half. They were right there with you, made shots when they have to. They were pretty impressive tonight.
Yeah, I think their record is very deceiving, and we try to sell our kids on that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We play them this summer. We play them a lot because we play them a lot in the summer, and we go to Utah for a couple camps, and we go to their camp, and so we probably played them 10 times this summer, and I bet we split. And they just present some challenges with their length, and they did a really nice job with adjustments against our zone, and we had to get out of it, and we sat and looked at each other down in Lyman, and they scored 29 points. So credit them. I wouldn't want to play them at regionals, just because of their length and their size, and if they make some shots, they'll be right there. And they've kind of figured out how to slow the game down and get it in their favor, and so we had to gut it out, which was good for us.
They also did as well against your press as anyone I've seen all season long.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. There's always at regionals, there's always that one crazy team, and that might just be it this year, but we'll see. So regionals next Thursday. Yep. You guys end the season on a winning streak. You now have, I think, a whole healthy team roster back here in just the right place at the right time. It's all about who you play, when you play them, and how you're playing at that time. And you guys seem to be peaking at just the right time.
Yep. Yeah, our downfall the last couple of years has just been we haven't been able to win that first game. We've positioned ourselves decently, and so that's going to be a big point of emphasis is, you've got to get off on the right foot. And it's not the end of the world if you don't win it, but it sure makes your life a lot easier if you do. And so make sure we're doing everything that we need to do, everything that we can control, to make sure we're ready to go. And, it's probably going to be Powell or Pinedale, depending on how the Mountain View Pinedale game goes, or if Powell were to upset Cody or Lovell, so we'll see what happens. And I like our chances, though, on our home floor with our whole team.
Yep, you guys have worked hard to get that higher seed over the last couple of weeks, and mentioned on the broadcast earlier, as much as I love to have everyone in the audience, you don't get regionals at home all the time, so you guys have an opportunity to have the community show up and create kind of a home court advantage.
Yeah, this is the first time. This is year 9 for me, and you're supposed to have it every 4 years and or so, and 6 years, and we haven't had it yet. So that'll be a new experience for us, and it's a good team to have it with, and the 3A, I mean, you came to most, if not most, of our opponents, and you know how good our conference is, and really from top to bottom, this was the team that you saw. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and when we're slotted in there, we would love everybody's support.
Yeah, boys' side especially, it's pretty much up for grabs, more or less, I think. And a special team and a special moment, so we'll see. But Coach, next, congratulations again on the milestone. Next Thursday, we'll be right back here, and I appreciate the time as always.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. All right, head coach Stu Mullins following his team's thrilling 55-53 victory over the Lyman Eagles. And that just about does it for the regular season. Actually, that does do it for the regular season. Postseason begins next Thursday with regional postseason play at Lander Valley High School this year. Come on out if you're able. If you're not, we will not have video coverage throughout the playoffs because we are not allowed to. That is a state high school regulation. Apologize for that, but entirely out of our control. But I look forward to bringing you the radio call on 1330 KOVE in Fremont County. Also have online streaming audio available of that game as well if you are listening from elsewhere outside of our listening area. With that, nice couple of wins for the Lander Tigers. Lander ladies with a 10-point victory over Lyman. Lander boys 55, Lyman Eagles 53 in the nightcap. All right, we'll talk to you in the playoffs coming up next Thursday right here from Lander Valley High School. I'm Scott Fuller. Thank you for listening. Have a great early start to the weekend on Friday, and we will talk to you on Thursday with the brackets for regionals to be announced coming up on Monday or Tuesday. And more County 10 sports coming up from regionals next week right here on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.